Everybody out there in YouTube land. My name is Darlene. Welcome in on a Saturday night in the Hive, live in the Hive. I am here to do a collective reading, just a quick check-in for the energies of the weekend. I know it's Saturday night already, but whatever. It is Saturday night. Yeah, it is Saturday. And then I will do some mini readings for anyone who would like one. So while I wait for a few of y'all to get here, let me pull myself up and we'll get going. Perfect. How about that? I love it when technology works like it's supposed to. I hope everybody's having fun on their weekend. And of course, this is probably a long weekend for some people. July 4th is in the middle of the week, so I think some people take one weekend versus the other. I don't know what the official weekend is, but let me fix that a little bit. You can probably see cards more. But I'm going to be here regardless. So I'm going to do a quick check-in for the energies for the this weekend right now. And I'm planning to go live tomorrow, and then I will do a check-in of the energies for the week. But this is just a quick check-in to kind of see where we are in the love and romance department for right now, this red hot minute. So we're gonna check it out. Let's see. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate you so much, and everybody who supports me so beautifully on this channel. I don't know what I'd do. I'm just saying, if it was otherwise, I wouldn't be here, I reckon. But everybody's, well, not everybody, most people, 99%. That I encounter here are very supportive, and I'm so grateful. I mean, sincerely, I've met some really wonderful people here. All right, Tarot, why are you taking so long here? Come on. All right, we'll try turning it around. Sometimes that works. Hello, Chandra. How are you tonight? A warm welcome. And David, how are you tonight? All right. I don't know. Maybe this deck doesn't want to talk to us tonight. Maybe this deck doesn't want to talk. I don't know. Doesn't look like it, does it? All right. Well, we will switch it out then. Let's see here. Whoops. Hold on. I don't want to have my whole tarot collection in the floor here. Why don't we try the old tried and true Rider-Waite here? All right, let's see. Oh, Lord, you're lucky then, David. It's 90 degrees. No, I think it's 90 something here today, and that's in the shade. And we have very high humidity, so it usually feels about 10 degrees hotter than that. I only went outside this morning. I've kind of been inside most of the day doing a variety of things. So I'm glad you're experiencing some of that. That's pretty much life here in Alabama for about 3 months. Hotter than hell. What's weather today? Hotter than hell. What's weather tomorrow? Hotter than hell. It's the humidity that makes it so hard here. Woo, all right. Hold up now. This is looking interesting already, man. Thank you, Tara, and appreciate you saying that. Well, come on in, sit down, get yourself a, I don't know, cup of coffee, cup of tea, glass of wine, whatever. It usually gets pretty fun in here as we get going. All right, I'm not speaking yet. I want to get more of the story here, so hold on. Where are you, David? You saying this morning it was chilly and now it's sticky again? Yeah, sticky. That's what it is here, sticky. It's like when you go outside, it feels like you're breathing water sometimes when it's oppressive here. But, you know, honestly, I'm not complaining. I'd much rather have this than cold. I can't do cold, so I'm happy. Dom, how are you tonight? Good to see you virtually, but hey. Well, it's hilly here. I wouldn't, higher elevation than what? Sea level? Yes. That's true. We are higher than, I don't know what we are, like maybe 800 feet above sea level here, something like that. I'd have to Google it. But the city itself, now, outlying, not so much, but the city itself, there's it's not a mountain, it's a foothill, I suppose. Actually, technically, it's probably one of the foothills of the Appalachians, but it creates sort of there's a ridge that sort of surrounds Birmingham in kind of like a 3/4 circle or a half circle. I'd have to look. And what happens is it keeps the heat and the air quality sort of trapped in like a bowl effect. And so if you're inside that circle, it's a little bit different, but it's just hot. It's just, like I said, every day in the summer, hotter than hell. Hey, Joanne, welcome in. Oh, New Jersey. Well, my BFF lives in Minnesota, and she said it was really hot up there, too. I think she said it got up into the high 80s, which is, I don't know, that's not what I would expect from up there, but I've never been there. But I am going soon to visit her. I guess that's true. The cold makes you look forward to hot. Hey, Luz in LA, how are you? And hey, Mish, you're here, baby. Good to see you, sweetie. Love my Mish. Ooh, I'm looking forward to our visit. I don't know, it took us long enough to get that on the calendar, didn't it? Holy moly, what kind of hot mess is this? Jeez. Hey, Octavia in Georgia. You know, I was born in Georgia. Holds a very special place in my heart. Okay, David, thank you for that clarification. Yep, 500 feet, but higher around it. Yes, and it's very hilly here. Most people don't think about that in the South. And I forgot to post the thing. I just thought of that, Mish, when I saw you. Oh yeah, we have bugs here too. Lots of bugs. Thank you, Octavia. Yeah, I'm completely southern U.S. here with this accent. One second, y'all. Let me post my info. I forgot to do that. My bad. And then I'll get back to our reading. Tell y'all what's coming for the weekend. Okay, there we go. Thank you. All right, got it. Matthias is in Germany. Wow. Welcome in, Matthias and Kimmy and Mofish. Good evening, y'all. Oh, and I promised to say a hello to everybody from Sam, who's a regular here. Sam is a woman. Sam is moving to West Virginia today to take care of her aunt. So she asked me to say hello to everybody, and she hopes to be back when she gets settled in about a week. So saying hello for Sam to everybody. Well, guys, I don't know, this looks like an interesting energy here. So for some people out there, now this is just, again, general energies in love and romance for the weekend. So some of you, because the weekend's half over, may have already experienced this. Your friend is an 11th degree Scorpio. Cool. That's, I guess, still an early degree Scorpio. I'm a barely middle degree Scorpio. Now, I think I've got two groups of people here, or potential stories here. For some of you, somebody here is making a strategy to walk away from a situation, i.e. romantic situation, so that they can heal because they're very stressed over whatever's going on here. And they have a lack of clarity about how to proceed forward, or a lack of clarity in the relationship itself. And it could also mean a lack of truth. You know, the Ace of Swords in the upright talks about truth, and when it's in the reverse, not so much. And so I think for whoever this is, you're saying, I don't believe that I want to continue to expand this relationship or nurture it, as it were. In fact, to the degree that I really feel like I need to move on. I need to take myself on and this boat and move myself to calmer waters. And that creates a tower. So somebody here, goodness me, looks like is getting a tower this weekend. Now, I said there were two groups of you. So for another group of you, the Seven of Swords in the reverse can be talk about making amends. You know, it's some kind of a deception that happened, and they want to make amends for it when it's in the reverse. So they want to make amends either to someone they walked away from, or because they walked away from someone. And this could potentially bring healing, or they're hoping, more accurately, they're hoping this will bring healing, because I think this group of people, you're not talking right now. There's a timeout here. And then the rest of it, you know, because they're stressed here, they're stressed out about this. Yeah. Again, similar energies for the rest of the story here. They're confused. They don't, you know, because they can't see clearly. They can't see clearly because now this, let me see. You know, I'm hearing this person is actually taking responsibility. They're owning that they are the ones who didn't nurture this connection. Okay. And so they're saying, and I realize I didn't nurture this connection, and the other person being the other partner represented by this Empress, there's no gender in tarot, is probably moving on, and I think you're hoping to avoid that. So you're going to come presumably in to try to avoid this tower. In other words, trying to save it. Trying to save it. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, y'all. You know, my unit is where I am is on the second level overlooking the pool, and there's this group of people that are just leaving the pool, coming by my house, and this woman is carrying this baby that I swear that baby couldn't be 10 days old. The sweetest little thing. Oh, sorry. I'm easily distracted. What can I say? Somebody here has been cold, possibly even vindictive, at the very least cold and cutting in their communications. And so and that could have had to do with someone not making a choice about something. Okay. Yeah, it's almost, now again, for, I don't know which group of these two this applies to. Just have to fit it to your circumstances or not. If none of this is your story, of course it's just not your story. But the Strength card in reverse can speak of somebody who, like, I just don't know if I have the strength to make this decision. Can also talk about somebody who's lost their confidence. And that may be why they have procrastinated and they're not moving on. Or this can say in the reverse, Page of Wands in reverse, I'm just not curious about the outcome of this anymore. So maybe for this person that may be for this person that's moving on. Because I have a Four of Wands here in the reverse. The Four of Wands in reverse talks about potentially home and hearth being in disharmony. Things not being good at home in a situation where it's either like a long-time partnership. Another interpretation is, because often this is called the twin flame card, it could be saying, I really think that now I understand this person is not my twin flame. Okay. But you could, so you could, now this is not in the primary energies, so that's why I'm saying could, but they're receive communication, because this is the Eight of Wands, my number one card of communication, but it's not out here on the table. So this person is probably thinking about communicating with you, maybe hasn't taken action yet. All right, so let me know, guys, if that is resonating with anybody. Let me know. Melanie, are you saying that about my comment about having ADHD or whatever? Yes. I've got several family members. I'm that way. My son's that way. I've got a grandchild that way. I mean, some of us are more than others, but we're great multitaskers, aren't we? Oh, goodness. So is this story resonating with anybody out there? Has this already happened, or? I don't know. Yes, we are. I know. We certainly are. When my son was younger, and we took him to a therapist, psychologist, to have him assessed. And I started kind of doing a deep dive into that subject. And this was back 35-ish years ago, 30, I don't know, let's see, I'm doing the math here. So yeah, we're around to 35 years. And this is before they really had more of these diagnoses, and they had the tools, and they had the, all they had then was, your child is more active than everybody else in the classroom, and here's a prescription for Ritalin. I mean, that's literally what they had back then. Anyway, I was doing a little bit of a deep dive, and I came across some material and a book about it, and I thought it was an interesting perspective that this one person had. Don't ask me who it was. I couldn't remember. But he talked, I think it was just a small book. He talked about how, making lemonade from lemons when it comes to ADHD people. That I think he was basing this on some kind of psychological studies. I have no idea. I can't remember that. It's been too long ago. Anyway, the point of it is that he said people, there takes two kinds of people in the world. And according to him, tracing it back to even caveman days, for example, there were two kinds of people. There were the people who went out in the fields and tended the fields and grew the crops, right? Which took a lot of patience and a lot of, let's call it attention to detail and perseverance to do that. And then you had the group of people who went out and hunted. They were hunters, and they had to, if you think about the skills it takes to be a hunter, especially if you're doing it with a club or a rock or whatever they did back then, you had to really be vigilant, hyper vigilant to your surroundings, and you had to have eyes in the back of your head, because that lion you're trying to, or whatever, what animal is a predator but you'd kill it and eat it? Whatever they're trying to kill to take home to feed their family, right, might be sneaking up behind it, getting ready to make it its dinner. So it was like, so he kind of put that into two categories of people. Some people are more the tending the land farmers, I think he's what he called that group, and then the hunters, and the hunters, are more the ADD and ADHD group of people. So that's what makes us so, where we got our heads on a swivel list, they say. And I thought that was a great perspective, and I kind of took that as a positive way to look at that. That we might not finish a lot of things, but we're very aware of our surroundings more than most people. We can, again, multitaskers. So I hope somebody out there enjoyed that story. Right, and interestingly enough, that's right, Melanie. But at the same time, we can have hyper focus while we have our eyes in the back of our head. It's like, I know exactly what's going on over there, and over there at the pool, and in the parking lot over there where they've got the scooters going, and but so yeah, it's a really interesting skill set, isn't it? Or condition, gift, let's call it that. Now the other side of that, and this is totally not what we're here doing tonight, but it's interesting. If you have ever, well, let me say this. I've watched a good number of variety of subjects, especially videos here on YouTube by this world-renowned psychologist. His name is Gabor, Gabor, Mate. I think it's spelled Mate. And if you haven't seen his take on, well, many things, but particularly ADD and ADHD, because I brought the book and gave it to some of my family members, and it's almost Freudian in that everything that you develop, especially physical ailments, come from certain incidences that happened or trauma that happened to you as a child. And he was talking about ADD and ADHD and how that, and his hypothesis on how that develops. And it's when the parents are super stressed. Please forgive me if I'm getting this wrong, and no disrespect to him. I mean, I'm oversimplifying it for ease of conversation. But essentially, it has to do with when one or both of the parents are over stressed out, and it's a coping mechanism that the child develops to deal with it. So when I heard that, and I went back to, okay, the time when how did this make sense for my son? Because clearly that happened, and it made perfect sense to me when I knew what was going on, because there's nobody waiting for a reading. I'll just tell the story real quick. Is that a book? The Myth of Normal is Fascinating. Is that a book? That might be a really good one to check out. You do know him. His approach is awesome about many things. Yes. I mean, even like autoimmune disorders, and yes, I think he's hit the nail on the head that science needs to dive into more. It's more about the mind-body connection, and anyway, very interesting stuff. So for me, it was talking about my son. We had put our house up for sale when interest rates were at 16%, and other houses had been for sale in the neighborhood, and they'd been for sale for over a year, so we knew ours was going to take that long. And we were building another house in a downtown, and this is when I lived in Atlanta. So he was 18 months old, and we put the house on the market, and I was pregnant with our second child, who decided to come a month early. So our house sold in 3 weeks. I had an 18-month-old, a brand new baby. Now think about this from his perspective. I'm moving. I don't know where I'm going. I have a brand new little brother, and I don't know what the hell that's about. And our house we were building wasn't ready, so we had to move into a temporary condo that my husband knew somebody that had one, and then move again into this house. So no wonder this child was stressed. I'll never forget the day we moved. I had 2 kids, 18 months apart. They was like having twins. And it was all I could do to get myself and these kids in the car And I looked at my husband with this look of desperation, like, thank you, honey, because you got to move us. That's all I can do to handle this over here. And he understood, but it's kind of funny. I mean, funny, not funny, but I look back on that and I said, no wonder this child was so stressed. I mean, look at what we were, so anyway, I'm glad I can laugh about it now, and I hope that he can. I mean, he's turned into this marvelous young man, of course, but it's just when I heard Gabor Mate talk about that, it just rang so true with me. Oh, yeah. And, of course, there was my own story, but we won't go there. So, anyway, thought that was interesting. Oh, thank you, Mish. And thank you for whoever's hitting that heart. I love that. All right, guys, so I'm here to do mini reads. If anybody wants one, they are $15 on PayPal or $20 in the Super Chat. And if you don't want that, then how about you can ask me a general question, not a personal reading, but a general question about metaphysical or esoteric things, because that's sort of my wheelhouse, and I'm happy to talk about that. And we'll kind of get down the road here. Hey, Jay, how are you tonight? Are you working? Don't you typically work on Saturday nights, Jay? I know Mish is double timing. She's got her kids and she's here with me tonight. God bless you, Mish. Can't tell you how much I appreciate y'all. We are, amen. Amen, Melanie. We are only human and we're all doing the best we can, right? I mean, that's such a truism. We are doing the very best we can. Every one of us. Even the parents who don't do as well, they're doing the best with what they know at the time. That's all I can say. Oh, that sounds like a long day. Yeah, so you are at work. Up since 6:30 and working. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. And you get off at 10. Oh, wow, that's a long day. Yeesh. Well, as I said to you before, it's just your sweetheart to just be here and say hello. I always love your energy here, Jay. Oh, Melanie, that is so very sweet of you to say that. I mean, sometimes I think I overshare, but I also think, I've lived a long time, and maybe somebody out there will relate to or benefit from my stories, and thank you. That's really sweet of you to say that. I appreciate that. So, and I'm just here being me. What can I say? Yeah, we just do the best we can. Ooh, Holly, are you referring to when you say, I'm trying to, it hurts to put my glasses on right now, and so I'm squinting, giving my other screen here the side eye because I'm trying to read it without my glasses. I'm sorry, I don't understand that comment, Holly. I don't know what you're referring to. Oh, look, so you're working and you had a home chore. Well, at least I hope you got it done. I'm assuming by that comment, Jay, you got it done. After you changed out your thermostat, that's a check, That's a good thing to check off your list. Rana, I'm happy to do a live reading, but I'm not for you, but they are not free tonight. I did that, what night did I do that? Thursday night, I think it was. I came on and offered a free reading. I don't do it every time I come on live. I wondered, I kind of had the sense that at least one of your kids might, or I don't know, maybe it's you you're referring to, but I felt like one of your kids might be on that spectrum a little bit. Oh, I'm so glad you did that because, yeah, you knew I was struggling with that whole conversation about the 5D. That's awesome, Jay. I'm so glad you did that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I don't know everything about anything, and I know a little bit about a lot of things, but I don't, some subjects I'm just going to say, I'm the first one to admit. I might have to do a search on that one because I do like him, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah, I do like him a lot. But one of the reasons is because so many physicists are just so straight, and he's got a sense of humor, and I appreciate that about him. Ooh, Melanie, I like that perspective. Well, that's right, because we don't feel so alone. We don't feel like those things are happening to only us, right? That's really an awesome perspective. I like that. Okay, 1 minute, second. Let me. I think I understand what you're saying. And I'm not sure if your name is Holly or Holly. I'm going to say Holly, I think. Again, reading without my glasses. Holly, baby. Well, the higher up you go, if you refer to yourself as a leader, the higher up you go, the more lonely it is. And the bigger the target, the bullseye on your forehead. So boundaries, yeah, boundaries are important. Oh, thank you, Melanie. Okay, I'll read. I'll put my glasses on to read that in 1 second. Thank you so much for that. So it is hard. It is hard if you're a leader. And I don't consider myself a leader. I'm a teacher, but I know how that feels. And so it is hard to have boundaries. But you can't be a good leader or a teacher if you are depleted because nobody else is doing what they need to do, or they're just your energy is not there because you're over giving. So it is important to have good boundaries. Bless your heart. Oh, I'm thinking about your day, Jay. It was leaking this morning and I had enough time to shower. Oh, goodness. That's a full day for sure. Hey, Linda, welcome in. Let me get my glasses on and see what you said here, Melanie. Sorry. Oh, that is so very sweet. Melanie, gosh, that is so sweet of you and very generous. Thank you so much. Gosh, I told you I have the best people. We were having this conversation, Misha and Jay and Nadia, my moderators and members, that, I'm more focused on building a really good, loving community here. And you are a perfect example of that. And not because you sent me money, but just, being supportive and being those kind of people. And when people come in this chat, what I've noticed when I'm not reading and I can look at that, more and more of my people are talking and supporting that person like I'm not even here. And I love that. I love that. I mean, not that I want to be superfluous, but at the same time, that's what we need to do with each other. We've all got struggles and we all go, some, like the song, sometimes we're the windshield and sometimes we're the bug, right? So it's lovely when people are so compassionate and they reach out and support each other. And that's exactly what I'm talking about, the kind of community of caring people. And so again, not because you're giving me money, but just in general. I loved your conversation here. Thank you so much, Melanie. Now, if you want a reading, I'm happy to do that for you. So, just, I mean, I don't know. You tell me. Thank you, Miss. You're such a good look. I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm so blessed to have these people in here moderating for me. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much for that, Holly baby. The energy is light here, very relaxing, almost like ASMR channels. Funny you should mention that. You know how you do. I know you're not supposed to do this, so do not do as I do as I say do. Don't watch your devices late at night before you're trying to go to sleep. But I was having a night, and I was just trying to unwind, and I was scrolling through, and I found this channel. I didn't know what it was at first. It's in the lives, and you know sometimes in the lives it's hard to really see what the channel's about, whatever. But I mean, I figured it out, and she was talking real softly into her mic, and she kept stroking the mic with a brush or something, and what is she doing? What's this about? And there were a lot of people there. I mean, I don't know, something ridiculous, like 10,000 people watching live. I mean, not scrolling through, I mean, there. And so I had to, then I was curious. So I stayed with it, and she kept saying, okay, we're going to get started in a minute. And I'm thinking, well, what are you starting? What's going on? Dummy me. And I finally figured it out and got with the program. So then she covers the camera. You may know who this person is, y'all. I didn't make a mental note of her channel, but so then she covers the camera with a piece of what appeared to be saran wrap. Now, I don't know how she did, and she has a light over here somewhere behind the camera that's kind of every now and then sort of flashing, not, like consistently, and then there are what looks like raindrops. So she's simulating a nighttime drive in a car where you would occasionally be seeing car lights pass by you or something, but the rain drops and it's very soothing. And I just thought, I'm an artist, and I could have thought for about 100 years and never come up with that. But that's why, and there were comments saying, yeah, I fall asleep to this every night or something like that. And I thought, okay, I get it, ASMR. So anyway, it was a learning curve for me. There literally is anything you'd want to see right here on YouTube. I think we're probably going to put Netflix and everybody else out of business. I'm sorry. Anyway. I'll be happy to do that for you, Melanie. Absolutely. It's kind of like binaural beats. Yeah, okay. And mental detox. ASMR has a lot out there, but there is one, my favorite, who is sponsored by YouTube. Sponsored by YouTube? Really? Oh my. They must be good if they're sponsored by YouTube then. YouTube University. Okay. You have to share that one with me. I'd love to check that out, Mish. Cool beans. All right. Well, let me see what's going on in Melanie's life, what Melanie might benefit from hearing about. What deck for Melanie? This one has really been busy wanting to talk lately. Maybe it will be vocal for Melanie tonight. I'm laughing at myself, y'all. Don't pay any attention to me. It was what I felt when I picked the deck up. I thought that was the deck, and then I picked it up, and it just didn't want to move. You know, like, don't go here. So I had to feel what this one felt like. You know, it's what you get for being an empath. Okay. Hey, Blue Dot, how are you tonight? What's going on in your world on a Saturday night? Okay, I'll take my glasses off and say, would like to clarify that. Oh, no, Melanie, I knew that you didn't. No, I didn't get that. I didn't think that for a second, actually. I felt it was literally a donation. But nobody else has asked for a reading, and since you did that, I'm happy to. And you know, I'm not necessarily ready to leave here tonight, so let's do this. Let's do this. And it's so generous. Again, so sweet of you to do that. And it's just, yeah, it is very kind. It really is. That's so sweet. Deserve a little something extra just to be a genuinely legit person. Oh, Melanie, that means so much. Misha and I probably talk more than my other moderators because we email, and I don't know, she's talked about that, and I guess, you know, I watch other readers. I do. I just, you know, it's hard to be objective when, like, how am I different than other people, or how am I the same, or better or worse, and all that. Not that I'm going to compare, but it's just interesting when people say that to me. I'm just being me. I don't know how to put it into words. I'm making a mess of it. But anyway, thank you, Melanie. I'm just going to say thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. All right, is this a good deck for Melanie? What do we want to talk about here? Well, let's ask kind of what's, and then there's Mish, my adopted daughter. No smoke show here. Oh, I couldn't if I wanted to. No. You know what would happen to me if I tried to do that? First of all, I'd fail miserably probably, but I would get instant karma. I'm just saying. The roof would start leaking over my head or something silly. I would not. I couldn't live with myself. Nope, not happening. The only time I would put on a front or a face is if I'm uber tired and I'm pushing through something. I might look different, but it's not because I'm ever anything more than me. Y'all are too good to me, honestly. All right, what would you like to talk about? What would you like to tell Melanie here? Please and thank you. Hold up, incoming. Melanie, I have a strange question. Let me read your comment. You talk as much as you want to here. That's perfectly family. Oh, that's so fun. Your family calls you Misha. She spells it with an S on here, probably because, I don't know, maybe the M-I-C-H was taken. Who knows? I know. Our kind of people. Amen. Amen. I am looking for more moderators, Melanie May, if you're at all interested. And oh, we are. We're both Michelle's. Yeah. Mishmash. That's where it came from. I did not know that. Okay, Mishmash. Cool. Melanie, do you have a I'm going to say family member. This could be friend, not necessarily family member, who is deceased that, I'm trying to think how to describe this person. It's a woman. She's a bit on the round side, not very tall, has dark hair. Somebody like that who's crossed over, and it's hard to tell ages because they don't always come to me at the age they passed over. But this person looks 50-ish maybe. That's a wild guess. Does anybody like that you know of that's crossed over? Can you answer that for me? So Melanie, does that sound like anybody that you know or would be somebody that's crossed over? Melanie, are you here? Melanie. I can't move on until I know. I'm stuck. Hey, Derek, how are you tonight? What are you doing on this Saturday night? Melanie, are you here? Okay, I don't know what to do here. Yes, been a hot one there, Derek. Yeah, it has been here. I think South Alabama, well, South Alabama. I don't live in South Alabama. I live in, Birmingham area, so middle Alabama. The South is turning into, and there, I mean, this is legit, turning into more of a tropical climate here. It's starting to rain in the afternoons like it does in Florida. Oh, okay. No worries, Melanie. But did you get my question about the person who's crossed over? Because I'm stuck until you answer that for me. And the reason I'm stuck is if somebody's trying to come through, it may not be for you, it may be for somebody else that's here, but I cannot shuffle these cards. It's like they're stuck with glue right now, and that tells me, nope, you're not moving on until we talk about this person here. And so I'm just having to sit here until I figure out who this belongs to. Nisi, no, I'm doing one right now, but after that, there isn't at the moment. I wish I knew what you and Jay were talking about. That looks like something I might need to know, but I'm not going to go there. Well, blessings to you, Cinderella. Okay, age is a bit off. That's fine, but this person looks kind of Italian to me with the dark hair. Could be Italian for all I know. Again, overweight, and that's not a criticism. I'm just trying to describe the person. She did like her food. Now, what's the purpose of you coming through? Because if it's not you, it might be somebody else here in the chat. That's why I'm trying to figure out who this is. I believe her soul was actually much younger than when passing. Well, yeah, that could be. Yes. But you're relating to this person? Or if anybody else is here that's this sounds like somebody that's crossed over, please sound off in the chat. And while we're on the subject of mediumship, not that you asked, but I'll come back. Oh my gosh, bless your heart, Melanie. That's, talk about multitasking, yes. I know, what did we do before we had that speak to text? I know. Well, Melanie, hey, are you going to be at a destination soon, or are you going to be driving for a bit? Oh, yes, the question. Well, I was asking about this person that has crossed over. I was saying she reminds me of, you know, let me see if I can get this succinctly. My guides give me things that, references to things that are in my experience or that I would understand. So when they show me this person, she looks like someone who I would interpret as possibly being Italian. Now that's either because she just looks Italian with the dark hair and features, or she might actually have been Italian. And I was corrected by a friend of mine recently who got rather upset that I was stereotyping people as Italian because they had dark hair. So I don't mean any offense to anybody. It's how I get information. They have to give me some reference in that of things that are images in my field of experience. And I said she liked her food. She was a good bit overweight and liked her food. I was referring to just sort of qualities to help you identify this person. Father's side, Mish saying, my father's side is Italian and I would never met any of them and wonder about the women on that side. Meaning, do you mean like they look a certain way? Is that what you mean, Mish? Oh, thank you, Jay. Appreciate you for doing that. That's such an attention getter. It really helps. Because I do have my notifications turned off so it doesn't disturb us. Okay, got it. Is that you, Nisi? Okay, thank you. I'm not seeing really long hair. You know, it's about to here is what I'm seeing. I don't know what you term really long, so, Jay. Okay, Melanie's saying, I think it's my grandma who passed about 7 years ago. But I'm driving up to her home that I used to stay at during the summer currently. Well, no wonder I couldn't get more. I couldn't go any further in this reading. You think that's a coincidence, Melanie? Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. Appreciate that super chat. All right, so this is her way of acknowledging you. Let me see if because of where you're going. Let's see what she wants to say. Oh, before I do that, I was going to mention I am thinking about doing something different. I'd like to put together a group of people who would like to potentially connect with a deceased loved one. This will be a paid event. It won't be that expensive. And I think I want to start with a group of maybe 10 people. So I don't want it to be a big group. It's kind of a bit of a first time I've done this in a group other than like here. I don't know what, maybe $20 or something like that. So if you're interested in that, send me an email. My email's in the description box. So this would be an event where I cannot guarantee that I'll bring through your person. But I'm just going to show up and see who shows up and deliver messages as I get them. So if you're interested in that, send me an email at scorpio1111reads@gmail. Okay, Nisi, I got you. Let's see. Now back to Melanie, because they're still not letting me shuffle here. So Melanie, this place where her home that you're going to, that you're driving to, like right now as we speak, is it pretty much like intact, like when she lived and it was her home, and it's kind of sort of stayed the same since then? That's the feeling I'm getting from this. So 7 years, and it's pretty much, I get that this may be a vacation home. You know, summer house, something like that. Okay, what else do you want to say? Because I have other people to talk to tonight. No disrespect, but what's the real message? You just want her to know you're watching? What? Melanie, she's talking about your father. Oh, that's okay. I'm going to go ahead here. Melanie, she's talking about your father. Was this your father's mother? Is that why she's talking about your father? Something about him having a health issue. So if he has not been to the doctor, he needs to go get a checkup. Or she could be saying she sees that he's struggling with some kind of a health issue right now, and she's just acknowledging that. Could be something around his heart, it feels like, or this area. I don't know if that's heart or lungs, but it feels more like heart. Yes and no, it's been the same, intact. Yeah, it is intact. Well, yeah, I'm not referring to repairs, but it's like y'all didn't remodel it or remove all the furniture and put in all new furniture, anything like that. No, it's still intact then. Okay. Oh, it is. You did remove the furniture. It's empty. All right. Kelly, yes, thank you. I got it. I'm sorry I didn't say anything and acknowledge you. I got your super chat. Thank you. Well, that could be why she's coming through. I can't shuffle quite yet. All right. Melanie, did you hear my question about your dad? Is this your dad's mother? It's your mom's mother? Okay, well, it doesn't matter. She's talking about your dad. Is he having a health issue currently? Is he having some kind of a health issue? Got some crazies in here tonight. Hello, BH. Okay, well, that's what I'm wondering. He might need, let me just restate this. He needs to have a checkup. Okay, I think he's been having some issues and he's not talking about it. Like he could be having, I mean, I feel like it's more his heart. I mean, he could be having shortness of breath, but that can also be caused by the heart. So just a heads up to maybe ask him that question straight up. Hey, Dad, you been feeling all right? Or you been having any, whatever. I don't know what all the heart symptoms would be. I have no clue. I'm not a doctor or medical professional, but I'm sensing there may be something going on here, and he's ignoring it. And I think he needs to go get a checkup. So that's all I wanted to say about that. Anything else? Your grandmother is saying she knows you want the house very badly, but try not to be so attached to it because there may be something better coming. I don't know. I mean, I know you want it for emotional reasons too, not just because of the house, but I don't know. What else do you want to say? I have readings to do. Come on. Okay, I guess that's it. She just wanted to check in and obviously acknowledge that she sees you going up there, because why would she pick now? I think that's pretty cool. And that she is looking in on your family. She's looking in on your family. She's talking about the family time you used to have at this house where you're going. Apparently that was somewhat of, I don't know how to say this, kind of a, she's saying glue, but kind of like everybody looked forward to going there, that kind of thing. Okay, I have to move on, really. Yes, I delivered that message. What else? Okay. She's pulling her energy back. All right. Thank y'all. Thank y'all, everybody, for being patient. Thank you all. Let's get on with this. Let me see if any other messages now coming in for Melanie. BH, that's wonderful. Thank you for being here. Yes, you will find I have the best moderators and viewers, and we were just talking about that, what a blessing that is here in my community. They are very supportive here. So, Melanie, oh, you're welcome. And yes, it was the best to go there with my family, when my family was together. Yeah. Aw, Melanie, that's so sweet. Thank you. That's very thoughtful of you, because I know it's hard for you driving too and responding. I just thought if I could get a quick message for you. Have you recently, is there someone, probably a man in your life, that you've recently, I didn't ask this about love, so this could be family that maybe you're a bit estranged from, or you haven't been communicating with, or there's been some kind of a rift, or that's too strong. Somebody you'd like to come back together with. Is there somebody in your life like that? Hey, Cherie, good evening. Brittany, another Scorpio's here. Awesome. Because I see you've got a card. Now, again, I didn't ask about your relationships. You know, I just said what's kind of coming on. And I have the Judgment card and the King of Cups. The Judgment card can talk about an awakening. Could be like somebody's waking up to their feelings for you. Can also be literally in a love reading. This would talk about a reconciliation with somebody you have feelings for. Melanie's, wait a minute, let me catch up here. Oh, how cool is that? Melanie's saying, I probably had over 100 screenshots of these numbers, which started in February or something like that. Well, that could be relative. That very common they would communicate that way. Thank you for channeling her. I needed that. I've been receiving other messages from her lately. I think lots and lots of triple numbers when I look at the time on my phone. Yeah, again, they would do that for sure. For sure, for sure. So, Melanie, I'm going to kind of finish up with yours here, but I just wanted to say there's somebody in your life. Your brother, okay. And it looks like you're going to kiss and make up with your brother. Have a reconciliation of some kind with your brother. I think he's been, well, the Judgment card is about awakening, and it can mean rebirth. It can mean literally like a spiritual awakening. So maybe he's been going through that, but it looks like you two are going to come back together here, whatever that may look like. Yep, you're not done. This cycle, as it were, is going to repeat. So, okay, well, I'm going to leave it there, Melanie. I hope that's good news that you're about your brother, but it looks like that's going to be healed. So, thank you again for your donation. I appreciate you so, so much, Melanie. And be safe on your trip now. Stop trying to multitask. Yeah, well, everybody kind of hopes for that. Hopes to be close with their sibling, don't we? Yeah. Oh, Matthew, thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. That's very sweet. Yes, I'm a double Scorpio, Mish. All right, let's get on now to Nisi. Nisi, would you post your question here in the chat for me, please? Let's get started on your reading. Ooh, and all of a sudden I'm getting hot. All right, who turned the heater on? Which one of y'all turned the heater on? Let me turn the fan on 1 second. That's better. Okay, what does Spirit need you to know? Well, let's ask. Oh, sorry, Mish, I didn't see it. I mean, I do see that one. Maybe you meant that one. You're just so efficient. Okay, what deck for Nisi? I don't know if I can use that deck. I have to wear glasses, and it hurts. You know, whining does not help. All right. Okay, what advice does Spirit have for Nisi, please? Oh, Melanie. Melanie, you are so generous and sweet. Thank you again. Thank you so much. I appreciate, I'm just really humbled how nice people are here on YouTube, and I get choked up sometimes, so forgive me for being human. Yes, please. I think you should exit this chat and go concentrate on your driving for sure. But you're very, very welcome. Happy to help, and I hope you get the house if that's what you want. I just hope you get what you want, period. You're very welcome, Melanie. Matthew's your brother's name? That was a trip. Oh, that sounds like a story. Okay. Tell me what Nisi needs to know from Spirit, please and thank you. All right. Well, what kind of conflict have you got? Or competition or some kind of, yeah, conflict. Can be bickering, petty things going on. Moving on to calmer waters. That's good. All right. Let me get some more cards in here. Kelly, I know, right? Kind of scared me when she said that. I think she's just listening, though. I don't think she was actually looking at a screen. Because she said she was using, you know how you can use dictation, like Siri, you can tell Siri to respond to stuff. I hope that's what she was meant. I think that's what she meant. Again, I'm squinting. Zilalim? Zela? Am I anywhere close to pronouncing your name? I don't know what you mean if you're saying, so what should I do to join you? I don't know if you're referring to memberships. You have to go to my channel page, and it will either have a tab that says membership or join, and you have to do that. Can't see it on a phone. You can see it on an iPad or a computer. And I don't know if that's what you're referring to or not, because I'm trying to do the reading here and not get seduced by the chat. All right, let's see. What does this mean for Nisi here? Let me see. 1 second. These are the only glasses I can wear right now that don't, well, it's a long story, but anyway, don't hurt my face. You could have, oh, Matthew, that's so very kind. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Super thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody's being so sweet and kind and generous tonight. Thank you, Matthew. I wish you many blessings for that. I mean, I swear, I just get choked up every, Thank you, Lord, for good people. Nisi, I'm trying to make sense of this, so I'm stalling. Give me a minute. I mean, this can be difficult communication. 5 of Wands and the Page of Swords. That Page of Swords has another meaning, and I'm trying to figure out what it's telling me. New ways of communicating. Oh, can be restless mental energy. Okay. Restless mental energy about something that you either need or want to move on from. So what is this for you, Nisi? Could be, 1 second, that's now too much. About to blow the cards off the table. Could be, because I have a king here, and really that's the only person per se. King of Cups in reverse. So I don't know if this is you or somebody in your life. You could be saying, I'm moving on from a person like this because, well, Matthew, again, so very kind and generous of you, and I hope you are blessed 10 times for that, or 100 times. Whatever you need, I hope you get. Thank you, Matthew. Again, I really appreciate your kindness. So, Nisi, again, I don't know if this is saying it feels like someone you're moving away from, but it could also be saying something, meaning a person that is either emotionally unavailable. I mean, the King of Cups in reverse can be moodiness, somebody who's moody or overly emotional. So again, I don't know if this somebody you're moving away from is what it feels like. I hope this isn't you, because I feel like you're moving away from this situation to find your own happiness here. And frankly, I think you're going to get it, at least this. I think you're going to get this is a passionate, did I say passionate? Passionate new beginning. And this could be you breaking some kind of a cycle back here that's been going on. Because I feel like you are getting ready to, or in the process of moving forward at a very fast pace. I don't know. Again, I don't know if this is talking about relationship or money. It's a general reading. I mean, and what's your spirit team? So I'm kind of assessing this, and then I'll get you a message here in a minute. But so you're moving forward. I like this. Making plans. Waiting for your ships to come in. All right. But somewhere in here, there might have been a little procrastination. I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger about something. Because I feel like, I've got the Moon card, which can mean a number of things. I think it represents things you cannot see, right, that are hidden. Wait, I see you made a comment. Let me see. Oh, Mish, I love that you said that you asked Nisi to sound off. You are so on it. I love that because I'd be over here looking for it. Nisi's saying that makes sense. I've been in a cycle with a toxic example and working to let go. Oh, thank you for the confirmation there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Okay. So now that I know that's the kind of the backstory, because there's something else with this page. This could have actually been somebody. This could be somebody. Besides it representing procrastination, the Page of Pentacles in reverse could be talking about a lesson that needs to be learned, that wasn't learned. Somebody didn't learn a lesson. Somebody didn't want to learn a lesson. But this Moon card, you might have, okay, I get it. Thank you, Spirit. This might have been a case of believing what you thought was true, but it wasn't in the end. In other words, because the Moon card can represent illusion and then being disappointed by something. So you couldn't see it. That's what the Moon means, things you can't see. Something you didn't see. And that stung. But I feel like you're getting acceptance about that now. And you're getting back to finding some balance in your life, right? All right, so now we know what's going on. What advice, or, because that's what I started with, but I know you guys got to give me the whole novel preempt, the 3-book novel. So let's go. Sense of humor with me and my team. So what advice do you have for Nisi going forward, please? You're saying it's been incredibly hard to let him go. I can relate. Oh, that hurts. I gotta take this off a minute. I can relate. Yes, indeed. Ooh, you're fast tonight, Mish. Well, now that's just telling me more of the story. Yes, I know this. I know this. And y'all are so thorough. Thank you, team. Y'all are so thorough. I appreciate you so much. But I'd really like to know what the advice is going forward. Not because this is just talking about an ending that you can't, that you're having a trouble getting over. Something that disappointed you. One second. But okay, because this 4 of Cups, you might have even gone back and forth about this person, because the 4 of Cups in the upright is disappointment. In the reverse, it's like taking a second look at something that you might have passed on before. It might have been somebody that left you out in the cold or abandoned you in some way. So, but they also could have deceived you in some way. They even could have been juggling, because the 2 of Pentacles right with the Knight of Wands. This is probably somebody he was not willing to invest in you. Okay, so we know that story. I'm going to try one more time, Nisi. What does Nisi need to know to help her move forward? Okay, so this is clearly what they want to talk about. All right, so what advice can you give Nisi about this? Well, obviously forgiveness. And it's interesting, this is the Hierophant card. It talks about tradition, but it can also talk about, this used to be called the Pope on this card. So spiritual, sometimes it means spiritual advice or spiritual inspiration. So maybe that's what you did. Maybe you know, I mean, obviously this is very thing we're asking about. But it can also talk about social approval. And it's interesting, I've never noticed this word on this card, mercy, wisdom, and trust. I've never seen those words on in this deck before. I don't use this deck very often. And I'm feeling a great big message that this means mercy for yourself. You know, we often think about having mercy for other people, but not really for ourselves. And that feels really relevant advice for you. That whatever this was, and maybe it's also saying that if you need comfort or you need inspiration, is the word I'm hearing, then maybe reconnect if you've got a tradition that you particularly follow in that regard. A philosophy or a religion or whatever. Because I feel like it's saying, if you find that helpful, to reconnect with that. But I also feel like the biggest message here is to have mercy on you. Just like you would give it for other people, have mercy on you and stop doing this to yourself. It is in reverse, so that's good. Hey, Ida, thank you so much for that gift. Thank you so much, honey. Thank you. Many blessings. May that be multiplied back to you. Thank you, Ida. People are so sweet. Don't make me cry again. I'm going to put glasses on so you can't see that. People are so good. I've just been in this loop this week of just beautiful people. It's just overwhelming me in a good way. Now, because it's in reverse, it does talk about releasing fear, anxiety, worries. And I know that's hard to do because you're very confused about some situation right now. I don't know what this is, but or maybe you just can't see clearly about the way you want to go forward or how you want to go forward, or do you want to go forward with something, I don't know what, but what I do know, what I do have here for you is this Knight of Cups, which now this could, you ask just generally. So this can either be saying, because this is typically like a romantic offer of feelings that someone would give to someone else. So I don't know if this is you giving to somebody else or somebody giving to you. Oh, hey, the Oven Sweets and Me. Thank you so much for that super chat. All right, I'm going to put you down. You are after Kelly tonight. Thank you so much. Oven Sweets and Me. I love that handle. Okay. So let's get on with this. And then I have an apology here. It's not just an apology. There are lots of things. So I'm wondering if there's somebody here that either you feel you need to offer an apology to, or vice versa in your life. Again, could be romance, could be, I don't know, somebody you work with. I don't know, Nisi, what this is. But I feel like it's also talking about filling your own cup first. I'm hearing fill your cup first before you extend it to others. Before you reach out, if this is you, that you're thinking about apologizing to somebody. If not, then do it anyway. Do it anyway. Because that actually might lower your expectations and change the energy and outcome of whatever this is about to happen here. Because I feel like this is future energy that might be coming toward you. I mean, we ask for advice, but this feels like something that's coming toward you. Somebody is coming towards you with some kind of discussion about feelings and offering an apology. Unless this is you giving it to somebody else, you'll know. This could be somebody finally listening to their intuition because either they manipulated you, or maybe, I mean, this could even be a narcissist, or this is the Magician in reverse, or it could be saying, you know, I just don't have what it takes. So and either they don't have what it takes, so you're moving on, or they don't have what it takes and they know they need to move on. But either way, this Page of Swords is back, which talks about communication, curiosity, new ideas. Yeah, self-care, self-love. Typically in a love reading, the Lovers in reverse is a breakup. So I don't know if this is somebody from your past, you know, that might have happened with. So this message might be relevant to that, Nisi, if they're resonating with this. Because I didn't ask about love, but it sure smells that way. It sure sniffs that way. Because if this is somebody you broke up with because you had an argument, there was a tower moment. Somebody here was very disappointed, but, you know, felt like all they could do was have acceptance for that. And somebody here may feel like they have to give themselves closure about something, give themselves closure. So is any of that resonating? Does that sound familiar? Because I feel like Spirit, the big message for you in terms of advice, Nisi, is here with these cards. Even though you don't have clarity, and I think this is also about how you need to move forward, what you need to do to get clarity, because this is saying you don't have it right now. I don't know what this is about, but something in your life. And again, this could be future here, saying you don't really feel like you have clarity right now. You've lost a good bit of sleep about whatever this is. You don't have clarity. It does resonate? Okay, thank you for that. I just didn't want to be way off track and wasting your time here. So if this is, I feel like this is about a person. I can't help it. You know, it's not a love reading, but it is. Or somebody you have feelings for and has feelings for you. There's other ways. This can talk about creativity and all that, but it's romance. I'm sorry. Somebody wants to come in and talk about their feelings with you. It just can't get away from that. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I had a comment back here. Yeah, so I feel like Spirit is saying, yeah, it's about these three cards is what I'm feeling here. But yes, somebody's coming in, maybe coming in with an apology. They may even want to repeat a cycle with you. But Spirit's saying, fill your cup first, because how you receive this person will be very different and may determine some future outcome by how you receive this person. Meaning, again, fill your cup. Here's what I'm trying to say, not doing it very well. And I say this a good bit here. When we look, so I hope everybody here listens and hears this. When you base your happiness, or you're looking for happiness to be given you by another person, or a job, or I want that new house, or I want that new car, or I want to have this surgery. If that's the thing you're looking for, something outside of you to make you happy, it's not lasting. You have to fill your own cup first. And when you do that, then it changes the energy around you. It changes your energy field. It changes what comes to you in the 3D, literally. It changes what comes to you in the 3D because you're vibrating at a different frequency. And so that's why Spirit is harping on this for you tonight. Do this. Get yourself in a lovable, like I love me place. You know, I am lovable. I am worthy. I am all the, you know, you can do affirmations and come up with stuff that's meaningful for you, but that feels very important, and that feels like that's the advice tonight for you. Do that first, because whatever this other thing is that maybe, this could be some kind of an opportunity aside from love or romance that's coming in, but it feels like a happy surprise or an apology of some kind. Again, could be from a person or a thing. In other words, if it was a job thing, it might be your boss coming back to say, hey, you know, we didn't hire you for that last promotion because we got something better coming for you. So, you know, let's go around again and talk about this, or whatever. But I feel like this is some kind of an offer coming in that you will love. But Spirit is saying, but fill your cup, because if you are full and your vibration is high, that's going to work in your favor. Okay. I think that's the message for you tonight. Long and short. All right, Nisi, thank you very much, and I do hope that was helpful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate your super chat and for being here again, because I know you're a regular, and I appreciate you very much, and I hope that helps. So your spirit team wants you to know, they want you to fill your cup. Start loving on yourself. Some self-love goes a long, long way, right? A long, long way. You are welcome. My pleasure. My pleasure, Nisi. Got to take those off for a second. Y'all hang on one second. Also, I meant to ask, Mish, maybe you can answer this for me, is one of the, I don't know, two of the videos, my videos, these lives that I've done recently, I noticed there's a bit of a crackle sound. Now, my beads are not hitting the mic, but I'm wondering, because I have two of these mics in this little handy dandy charging station, and I'm wondering if one of them is going bad. So I need to, can y'all tell me, is this coming loud and clear? Are you getting any little crackling noises in it? Because I need to determine which mic that's happening with. This one is a crackle sound? Okay, well, bear with me. Let me switch it out real quick, and let's see if this one is different. That way I'll know which one. Sorry if this is loud. Cover your ears. Okay, let's see if that's better. Somebody let me know if that's any better, and hopefully the crackly noise is gone. All right, close my blind. I just got so much stuff going on here. Silly me. 1 second. When it gets dark, my neighbors can look up in my window, and I don't want them being nosy and, what is she doing up there? Okay. Now, Kelly is here. Kelly's up to bat. It is much better? Okay, then I know which one it is. Thank y'all. Appreciate that. These aren't that old. I wonder what's causing it. I have to get on the helpline, you know. What kind of clicking noises are you talking about? Click? I could do that, but that... All right. I'm glad I thought to ask y'all that. Has Seth been shady around the property? Oh, we still got to deal with Seth. Bless your heart. All right, let's ask about Seth. Your side hurts from laughing. I thought you were, Mish. I thought you were. You're not drinking wine tonight, are you? Yet. Okay, what deck here for Kelly, please? Oh, no, here it is. Okay, looking all over for it. It's right here. Hey, Giselle. Welcome in. What are you up to this Saturday night? Kelly said I started copying and pasting questions. Bless your heart. Just relaxing. Well, I'm glad you're relaxing with us tonight. I'm delighted. Y'all are so funny. It cracks me up. That's why I want to be over there in the chat with you guys. Y'all are funny. I know, Jay, but I don't think I've had that mic. Well, time does fly. Let's see. I want to say 9 months. When did I start going live here? It's right after I started doing the vertical lives. I don't know. Was that 6, 7 months ago? Something like that? I don't know. Anyway. Yes, you are. I know. Y'all just get on over there and party. Don't mind me. I'm just here doing readings. All right, let's ask and see what Seth is up to over here for Kelly. Let me write this down real quick. All right. What is Seth up to? Has Seth been stealing? Let's ask that question. Well, what? Okay. They just told me to go back to this deck. Make up your minds. Probably, yes, I think so, Jay. I really have to go back and look. I mean, I was doing lives, but I was doing them horizontally. And then one night, by complete idiocy and not knowing better, I turned my phone up vertical. I decided, I'd been doing them on my computer, and it looks so grainy, and I don't know, like you're in a fog. And I said, I just want a better camera. So I pulled my phone out, but not thinking, I didn't put it horizontally, I put it vertical. Well, it just blew up that night because I didn't realize when you do that, YouTube automatically puts you in the shorts feed. I didn't know that. I had to figure it out later. I said, what happened here? And so that's when I realized, okay, well, more people going to find me. Let me get on out there and start doing these lives. So I think that was about the time. Yep, I do. Pretty cool indeed. All right, let's ask for Kelly. What's going on with Seth? Is Seth stealing? We'll just ask that yes or no real quick. And then we'll see what else. Thank you, Kelly, for being patient while I visit. But you've been here before. You know I do that. Goes with the territory over here. Which way do you want me to do this? Okay. That way, all right. Oh, that's good. Well, yeah, I think I'd want to too. Yeah, you need to know that for sure. Yep, I's dotted and T's crossed. Okay. So far, looking like a no. No, he's not. Let's see what else. Okay. Y'all forgive me for touching my face tonight. It's a hot mess. Oh, by the way, Mish and Jay, you haven't commented on my face yet tonight. Wait, I got Misha saying, I know I found out I was scrolling and stopped. Aww. Seemed very familiar. I literally said to myself, I know her. Oh, that's me. Older. I want to be her. You're so fun. I don't know that I knew that whole story, Mish. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Okay, back to the reading because, you know, I just want to be over there with y'all so bad. Well, you know why. And I'm coming back. I swear, Kelly, this is me being ADHD. I have at least a half a bottle of concealer on my nose tonight. Maybe even 3/4 of a bottle of concealer. It's ugly up close. I'm just saying. It literally is about as red as a fire truck, and I'm not playing. I sent a picture to my family tonight. We did a family, or this afternoon, family text thread, and everybody's going like, ew. I did it to scare my grandkids. I said, look, this is why you wear sunscreen, so get on it right now. Anyway, so if you put enough concealer here and you put on heavier eye makeup than normal and bright lipstick, it helps. Kelly, did I get this? This seems so darn familiar. It feels like a message that I've given you before, and I don't usually remember my readings. I kind of wash them and let them go because it's kind of a different message I'm getting here about these cards for him, and so that's why I'm asking. I think this is an unhappy person. Maybe it's just a stage he's going through, he's been through. But these cards would say, if I'm reading this correctly, he's made a decision to not do that, not fight for that kind of behavior, not fight or whatever. This means this is the wounded warrior who perseveres, but in the reverse, it's saying, no, I'm going to put that down. I'm not going to do that. So I'm wondering if, you know, this is his way of saying I've changed. Let me see what else wants to come out for him. Yes, it is similar. Yeah, it had that. And I swear I try hard. I do the readings and I let them go, but it felt like that. So, okay, let me see. Anything else you want to tell me about Seth, please, in this situation with him renting the house, right? He rents his house from you. Okay. Oh, look at that. All right. Well, I think this person has changed. Look at this. Okay. He's focusing on working. He's focusing on, this is a changed person, I have to say. I don't say that often. I'm having flashbacks to a story. Gosh, I can't believe this is coming back into my mind right now. Didn't you tell me that he had a woman that he was with and maybe she was the troublemaker? Because that's sort of the story that I'm looking at. He's focusing on work right now. He's working on himself. I mean, maybe he even has a new love in his life, but I feel like this is saying he's just what I was talking about, working on filling his own cup of love, working on balancing his emotions, because he hasn't been balanced in the past. So, you know, he's kind of like, and this is saying, I am not moving forward with whoever this lady is. And did I remember that right from your previous reading about him? Wasn't there somebody that, I swear that, I don't know if this was your reading, but I remember doing a reading like that for somebody who had a history with some not so good dealings in a rental house and all that. So, Dom, this reading is for Kelly, and she's saying, you said he may have slept with someone. Okay, then maybe this isn't the same reading I'm thinking about, because we're not talking about love, but it just came out, and that popped in my mind, which is very unusual. I don't remember readings. That's why I felt I needed to ask. So back to him in the context of him being a renter. Another way I can look at this is he loves living there. I don't think he wants to mess that up, right? He's happy there. He's happy. Now, I'm not sure what to do with this card here at the bottom of the deck. The Six of Pentacles talks about an uneven give or take. So, I don't know. And things not moving, stuck. That's not making any relevance to me. Let me keep, that doesn't feel like it. Anyway, let me pull some more cards. Oh, now it makes sense. Okay. I see. And I said in the previous reading to be careful. I think it's related because he does like me. Ah. Okay. Then that Six of Pentacles probably means he does like you, but he's afraid he can't give equally like you would maybe expect him to. Okay? Okay, Jay, are you talking to Kelly or me or somebody else in the chat? Okay, it does make sense. He is smart and can do so many things, but his past holds him back because he has unfair stuff on his record. Okay. Well, thank you. Yeah, because I'm just not understanding why that was there. Okay. Because now that you've said that, yeah, holding him back probably from pursuing you because he finds you very attractive. If I'm reading it with that context, yes. But he wants to come at you correct. He's just not sure, though, if this could be a long-term thing. I know you asked me about stealing, and here we are in a love reading, but a romance reading. I don't think you mind. Is it okay? We just veered off a little bit there, didn't we? You're saying, I'm not sure if it could be a long-term thing either. Yeah, well, that could be speaking about you. That's, yeah. Now, the only thing here is, this talks about the Empress in reverse can be, in other words, it could be saying, I don't have the confidence, maybe. Could also be saying, I'm not sure that this can grow and expand, or maybe that I can nurture this in a way that you might want. Excuse me. This could also be saying either somebody's not single, or possibly this can sometimes refer to codependency. Maybe he's afraid he would become codependency. Maybe that's you. I'm not sure. But I keep getting these cards that talk about a lack of confidence or lack of strength. I say the big concern, I think, is that he couldn't provide stability. And that you would think this is going nowhere and probably leave. I think that's in the back of his mind. He's probably codependent. Yeah. Anything else? Can you tell me anything else, please? About Seth. Yeah, I don't feel like you're codependent type. You're, in fact, feel very independent to me. Whoops. A lot of cards. Let's see. There's that Six of Pentacles in reverse again. Unable or unwilling to give equally to a situation. Yeah, okay. The Six of Wands is a victory card, and that's what it talks about, a victory. But it can also talk about someone who likes attention. And because it fell underneath the Eight of Pentacles, he might be feeling he's going to have to work so hard to make this work if he pursues it. And then we have the Knight of Swords. See this, and this could literally be an argument about money or about somehow not giving equally. Because there are things that you can't see, and either that or somebody here's not listening to their intuition. I mean, excuse me, no, needs to or is. Okay, I see. He's trying to listen to his intuition. This King of Cups is trying to listen or is listening to his intuition, and his intuition is telling him to hermit and not reach out to you, basically. At this moment. Not forever, just right now. So it's probably telling him not to try to you know, this can be ghosting if you're, not talking to somebody also. Okay. And because I feel like he's at a bit of a crossroad over a breakup probably with somebody else. The Three of Swords. This is heartache, but it's reversed, so that means him or you, I don't know, I think this is him because I asked for him. Feeling like he's healing, because it's in the reverse, from this choice or breakup where he collaborated with somebody who was not a good investment. Let's just say, yeah, and here's another card of breakup, yeah. So, I think he's holding back. Even though he may feel this way, he's holding back. You're going to hermit, that's you? Yep. Well, if these energies are talking about you, then yes, hermiting because you're at a crossroads, then this would be you that's healing from a breakup or some kind of choice that you made that in regards to some kind of a collaboration. It's almost like you, so going further, if this is you're saying, I really, at this moment in time, not even the least bit curious about romance. I'd sooner sit over here upside down and with my stick in my hand. So, yeah, that might be you. That resonates. Kelly said I have a lot of Virgo in my chart, and yet, yes, not even curious about romance. That's you then. That's you then. All right, well, I don't know. That seems to be it. Anything else you want to tell Kelly here? Anything else you want to tell Kelly about Seth? Okay, well, I said about Seth, this could be you, but I feel like it's him. He's at the end of putting something down that's heavy, a heavy burden. Again, could be a past relationship, or I don't know, could be that he got in trouble. It could be that, because whatever it was, he's lingering in some unhappiness about that, or just trying to get over and put it behind him. But this is the Ten of Wands, and it's a very heavy burden, but it's at the end. You know, tens are the end, and then this resets to an ace and a new beginning. So, yeah, okay, yeah. So, we literally started with these two cards. You remember these two cards? Somebody not able to make a choice right now, and I can't fight for this right now because I'm not where I can't surrender to this now. I'm stuck. So I don't know if that's you or him, but I did ask how he feels. So I feel like that's probably him, Kelly. So I feel like the answer is no, he's not stealing. And yes, there are feelings, but he's not doing anything about them right now. He probably senses that you're not particularly open for that right now either, is what I'm picking up on. So, you know, if you change, like you said, you're not open. If you change, you probably would have to let him know that, because I think he's picking up on that. Yes, he does? Okay. All right. Well, Kelly, I hope that helps. So I think everything's good. I don't think he's stealing anything. I think he's really, I mean, I literally feel like this is somebody who's trying to reform. That was the energy I got right up front. So I hope he stays on that path. I hope he stays on that path. It's my pleasure, Kelly. Thank you so much for purchasing a reading. I appreciate you. And because you're a regular, and I love that. Thank you so much. Okay, Oven, Sweets, and Me. I love that handle. What kind of sweets do you make in your oven? I am ready for your question, because I do know you probably posted it up there. Forgive me, but it's long lost in the chat. So I'd love it if you'd post it again. Would be grateful. Thank you. Oh, appreciate that. You are ready to go there. When people, you know, it jumps around. When will I be getting my dream job? Now, I don't really do timing because, and let me explain. Oh, cupcakes. Do you do any gluten-free? Could I have one of those, please? Used to love cupcakes, but. Oh, you serious, Kelly? Kelly's saying I'm a lifesaver, and it's what I was thinking today. Oh my gosh, you have no idea. No, I really don't have any idea, Kelly, but I'm so very glad it helped. I truly am. That's why I'm here. That's exactly why I'm here, to try to help people. I am so glad it did. Thank you, darling, again. Appreciate you. Oh, goodness, I love that. I love it, love it, love it. Okay. So, Oven, Sweets, and Me. Oh, God, Mish, you're so good to me. Listen, y'all are too good. I love y'all to pieces. Thank you. I talk a lot here on my channel about law of attraction and manifestation. It's also called the law of assumption. And so when you understand that you're a powerful creator, I can't get comfortable on my stool tonight, sorry. When you understand that you're a powerful creator, if you get busy getting happy and get busy manifesting consciously, then you can collapse timelines. And so that's why the primary reason I don't like to pull on timing things. So can we reword that question? I mean, I can pull on that subject for you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Kelly, again. I appreciate you so much. So, Oven, Sweets, and Me. Can we reword that question? There you go. I love how fast you are. I love that. Okay, let's ask something more like that. Yes. Good night, Kelly. Thank you again for being here. Thank you so much. I wish you many blessings. Okay, so, is this the right deck? Let me ask, is this the right deck for Oven Sweets and me? No, we're going to go with the Light Seer for you. Okay, tell me please, what kind of job might be coming toward Oven Sweets and me? Whoop, well, that just didn't even get at me. Oh, wow. Well, I'm laughing. It's going to be good. Oh, friend, this is going to be good. When I ask about money or a job or something that has to do, and you get an Ace of Pentacles, open your pockets. It's about to be full in there. Now, I asked, the question I asked, what kind of a job? So, this is coming. I've got the 9 of Wands here. So, this would be something, now we're asking about job and career reading, that you've done many times. I don't know if you like that or you don't like that answer, but this is the Wounded Warrior card. In the Wounded Warrior, it talks about perseverance. And every one of these wands represents a battle that this person has fought, but not giving up. She's not giving up here. She's still standing. She's wounded and battered, but still standing. So this could be saying something that you've tried to do before, like, I don't know, you tried to start your own business, maybe even start a YouTube channel, open a bakery, try to do a catering service, something that you have tried several times probably to do, and it's saying don't give up on it because your ships are about to come in here, or you're about to get some kind of a new opportunity that hasn't come before. This is a brand new opportunity, gift, something tangible being given to you by the universe. So, woo, my work here's done. But all right. So how does that resonate? Yeah, this is, now, of course, with these handles, I don't know if you are he or she, I can't tell, but, and tarot is not about gender. I'm just going to say she because it's a she on the card here. So interesting. Okay, because there's a she on the card. And the Queen of Pentacles, she is very independent and financially well off. She's a good nurturer. She's typically a family person, somebody that's good at managing money. So that could even be, maybe that's a field you're going into. Are you going into something that has to do with family or finance? Or, I mean, she wouldn't typically, that wouldn't be the, I'd probably get the King of Pentacles, but I don't know. Family, let's see. She's in, this could be anything from, because I've got the, okay, I'm going to throw some things out here. When you ask a real open-ended question, like, what am I going to do the rest of my life? That's a big question. So you got to expect there's going to be lots of variables here. A lady. Okay. Thank you for that. I kind of felt that, but I didn't want to assume. Well, and I feel energy. It's not just because of the card. Yeah, I do too. Oh, somebody's shooting fireworks off already. It's not even the 4th of July, but all right. Is the official holiday being celebrated this weekend or next weekend? Can somebody tell me? Because I'm out of the loop there. Okay, you're open to hear. Good. All right. Because I thought you might say, oh, yeah, I know what that is when I pull this card out. Something you've done before, or something maybe you've struggled, or maybe you've thought about doing. In other words, you might have had an internal battle about whether or not to do this many times. I thought you would know right away what that is. Or maybe you're just making me work for it. Is that it? Making me dance like a monkey here, Oven. uh, well, I don't know if it's this weekend, but I'm hearing fireworks out there. But you know that doesn't mean anything. They shoot fireworks off for a week, I think, around the 4th of July. So I'm getting, you know, okay, we're going to keep it going. Keep it moving here. So I have to always go back to the question I asked, you know, what's coming toward you in career or whatever. So it's good. It's going to be profitable. Again, I talked about what it could be regarding this queen. But, you know, even like baking, what you're doing, that's something she would do. That's something that, you know, that's how you nurture people. Many people believe that. And some cultures believe it more strongly than others, that you nurture people through food. But now I have this judgment card, and y'all forgive me. I'm sorry, I had to take a time out. My nose, like I said earlier, I have a half of a container of concealer on it, but it's driving me crazy. I've had a treatment for precancer, and it's really nasty and bothering me. So my apologies. It itches and hurts, and I have to touch it every now and then. It drives me crazy. Okay, so enough about that. The judgment card can be anything from, hey, I'm having an epiphany about what I need to do, to rebirthing something. Back to this card. Is this an idea that you've had before? Maybe you want to resurrect that, right? I mean, if I really want to stretch, this could even be, well, that's more the Hierophant card. But this does talk about divine inspiration. Raising people from the dead. Are you doing that? I mean, literally. In the Rider-Waite deck, there's the angel Gabriel blowing his horn, raising people up out of the coffins. However, this could have to do with either some kind of spying, looking in on people, communication. The Page of Swords in reverse is typically what readers call the spying card. And what that means, though, it doesn't mean necessarily you're going to be a CIA spy, but it could be something in investigation, looking at people's profiles online, that kind of thing. Going back to school to get some skills here. You know what? The combination of these cards, this could also be counseling. This could be counseling. Because you think about, what do therapists do, or counselors? They know your secrets, right? They're uplifting. They kind of are trying to essentially help you awaken. You're certainly learning a lot there. You're bringing people together, helping them elevate their feelings. You talk about endings. You talk about heavy burdens there and heartaches there. And then sometimes you talk about other things. So, I mean, it could be even something like that. This is all over the park because you have no way to know. I wish I did. When I've asked this question in previous readings for people, it's actually been pretty clear. This is not, and I won't lie about that. But it feels that you're going to be talking to people. You'll be interacting or talking with people. Now, you may be behind the scenes a little bit. For example, if you were opening up a bakery or a catering business, your main business will be cooking, but every now and then you're going to have to interact with people, something like that maybe. You're here, okay. Louise, I'm doing a reading for the Oven Sweets and Me about career. She asked me a very broad question about what she'll be doing career-wise, and I am all over the park here yet. I don't know that I've hit on everything, except I keep coming back to this card. This feels very relative to whatever this is. I mean, I feel like I should have stopped at the first two cards. You know, this could be being a guardian of some kind, even prison guard. I mean, it's just all over the park here. But being some kind of a guardian, you know, typically we say that can be putting up a wall, but I don't think you're a stonemason, but you could be. Well, Larry, I think you stick around here. I think you'll find that's kind of our vibe here. Or so my moderators tell me. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Behind the scenes, yeah. And you would know all the dirt on people. That explains that card, because that's what it felt like. This really did feel kind of like, excuse me, like spying on people, but not in a creepy way. Not like a CIA way, but you know stuff, right? If you're in HR, you know stuff. I'm just saying, you... How would you feel if I said you're going to stay in HR? Because the World card just talks about repeating a cycle, repeating a cycle. So things are coming to the light. Maybe you don't want to go out in that big bad world because you're afraid the money would be different and it wouldn't be stable. I think you feel, and just intuitively, I feel like you feel pretty stable where you are right now. I tell you, I want to ask a different question. First of all, will you be changing jobs anytime soon? Well, that could be, because, you know, that could be reflected here. The Queen, she's a queen. She doesn't take orders from anybody. She would be the manager type, so yeah. All right. You know, I'm wondering if, have you thought about going back to school and getting, because, you know, HR is, I don't know what credentials you have to be in HR, okay? Larry, if that's happening repeatedly, that's because you're having a wound that's being triggered, and the wound needs to be looked at, that whatever that issue is for you. Happy to help you do that. You know, I wouldn't do it intentionally to trigger you. The reason I said this, I'm going to call you Sweets. I like that. All right, Sweets, here's the dish. I'm asking you because this is my student card, and I'm wondering if maybe, again, I don't know what kind of training or credentials you have to be in HR, but this, it feels more like maybe you would be interested in doing more, still maybe in HR, but more leaning toward counseling. Now, if there's not an aspect to HR, and I think there is, I don't know where or how that would look, then maybe you're thinking, because of my HR background, I'm intrigued or interested in learning about counseling of some kind. And I say that because we have the Four of Swords. This talks about taking a time out, trying to work on healing. Maybe things, well, in the reverse, it means I'm not done healing yet. Four of Wands in reverse. Again, that's an unhappiness, or it's like things are not harmonious. But then the Queen of Cups. She gives her full cup of love. She's caring. She's not afraid to show her emotions, but I mean, look at the picture in this particular deck. It's almost like, have you ever seen healers who do healing energy work and they're kind of in that position? It's almost like this is a healer vibe in this deck for me. And so it almost, that's why I kept feeling that maybe there's an aspect here of you going back to school to getting some kind of a certification in counseling or healing. And you may use it in your current field. It may be a little different niche, but you may use it in your current field. I feel like I'm getting warmer here. How does this feel to you? Have you thought about doing that at all? Okay. I want to be an HRIS analyst, maybe. Well, an analyst sounds to me like something more to do with numbers, not what I was just saying. Yeah, I don't see that. I'm not saying you can't do it. This is just a tarot reading. This is just one point of time, one potential in time that's active. That's all it means. That's all tarot readers are doing, is we're picking up on a potential in the quantum field. And so, yeah, you can do that. This is just a little pinpoint of a view into what is over there in the quantum field. But this feels like different than being an analyst. I think numbers when I hear that word. It's more so background work, so it does resonate. Okay. I was thinking of going back to school to become a dietitian. Okay. Well, I could see that. This card is about healing, so diets and healing and helping people with that. But this is, since the moment this card popped out, it felt to me like you were going back to school for something. I just don't know how this Four of Wands fits into things exactly. I mean, it's a stretch, but I could say you're going back to school to help people heal because they're unbalanced. I mean, but this has more to do with family and home than it does nutrition. Whatever this choice is that you make about this, you're going to be victorious. I've already said that. That's basically what this is saying. The Ace, you're going to be victorious. Okay, anything else you want to say here? And then we'll probably wrap this up, I guess, maybe. Hey, Bruce in the Philippines. Thank you for dropping in. Crow, did you just get here? I'm just now seeing you. Welcome, welcome. You needed a tribe fix tonight? Well, come on in, brother. Come on in. Get yourself a cup of tea. Wish I had one right now. I didn't think about that. Hey, Crow, were your ears burning this week? Night before last, we were talking about you in a good way. Okay, so whatever this thing is that you're thinking about doing, which is not what you wanted to know what you're going to be doing. I've given you everything I can on that subject. I can't elaborate more. I think I'd just be wagging it if I did. If you don't know what a wag is, you can Google it. But it's going to be slow going because I have the Knight of Pentacles here. You're going to get to the finish line. It's just going to be slow. Like, for instance, what I'm feeling around that is if this was something you needed to go back to school for, you know, you might have to work a full-time job or you take night courses, that kind of thing. So it might be slow going. But Spirit's saying don't give up. Once you point yourself in that direction, don't give up. You might be tempted to. Don't give up. Because whatever you're going toward here is going to be giving you a brand new perspective. So, you know, and I have to say this about that. The Hangman is typically in the regular Rider-Waite deck. Was a thief who did something he shouldn't have done, stole something, whatever. And he realized he'd done wrong, and so he put himself, he's usually hanging upside down from a tree. He put himself there. He put himself there because he had a certain awareness that he needed to change his perspective, get a new perspective. And that's essentially, and you can see this light here, it represents just that. So during this, whatever time out or time that this takes, you will be getting an epiphanies, insight, a new perspective here going forward. And in the end, that's why they're telling you not to give up, because in the end, you're going to be very happy. It's going to make you very happy. I like that a lot. Okay, all right. I don't know what else to tell you here. I don't know what else to tell you. Sweet, do you have a more specific question that relates to this that I can dig down a little deeper, or... Is it still making that noise? The microphone? Okay, Crow. Let me see. Oh dear. And then bam. Oh. Okay, I'm just reading your comments here, sweets. It did give some insights, and I've just been applying, but haven't had any luck with a new job. Well, that's a little, you know, if you'd asked me that question, I'm not sure. Well, it doesn't matter. Because when I do a reading, there's certain cards that kind of have this beacon. The energy is different on the card. In other words, they're speaking louder than some of the other cards. And this one is speaking very loudly here. And it feels to me like you're going to go back to school, or that you might need to go back to school. Maybe you need to go back and get some kind of a certification or some other kind of... I'm going to say degree, although it feels like you're thinking about that, but you might end up settling on something subtly different anyway down the road. But yeah, it feels like it's about this. So what decision you make is, I think, going to be centered around you getting some other kind of education, certification, or degree. And also that, I mean, that's another meaning you can say about this Hangman card, that it can talk about learning. I've learned something here. That's how this person gets a new perspective. I'm hanging upside down to learn stuff. I'm taking this time out to learn things, right? But as I said, in the end, it makes you happy. Whatever choice you do there makes you happy. Now, if you had said that, because this can very well be a job offer. This can very well be a job offer. And so it's, you know, how you phrase things, guys, is significant. And anyway, it doesn't matter. So now, knowing that you're job hunting and you haven't had anything come up, I would say, looking at these cards, this is you. You feel like the wounded warrior here, but Spirit's saying to persevere. Don't give up. You still have a wand. You're still standing because a job offer is coming in. That's exactly what this means, especially in a career reading. A job or opportunity is coming. And the money's going to be good, and you're going to be fine. And again, it might, I mean, now that I know that, it may be a resurrection of something that you've thought about doing before, or that you thought was dead and it's coming back to life. Or, you know, again, that could be, you mentioned an analyst job. Maybe you talked to your superiors about that at one point, and they said, no, we don't have any positions like that available, and then suddenly one becomes open. So it could be that. But whatever this new opportunity is that's coming in, I think it's going to require you to go here and get some more education. Or maybe not requires the word, but might benefit you to go and get some kind of certification for that. And I keep hearing certification, not degree, so I don't know what that might be. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know what else I can tell you. This looks, you're saying that literally happened to the T. I asked about the analyst job, and boss said that position isn't open. I'm slow, but I get there. Usually, I'm not being cocky, but it's kind of funny. See, if we'd started on that foot, then I might have gotten here sooner, but it's okay. We got there, didn't we? We got there, sweets. So, yeah, that could absolutely 100% be what this is. Yep. And if that's the case, it's regardless of what this is, it's going to be good. You're going to be solid, independent, and financially well off by whatever your standard of that is. So, yeah, excellent. And it is interesting because that Judgment card could mean that, the resurrection of something that you thought was dead. Wow, that would be cool. You are very welcome. I appreciate you purchasing a reading, and I do hope this was helpful. You know, again, it just took me a while to get process all that, but I do hope it helped. I do. All right, all right. Well, hey, I'm going to say good luck, but you don't need it. When this shows up in your reading like this, especially next to this card, these 3 cards say you don't need it. It's already yours anyway, whatever you're looking for. So, enjoy. How about I say that? How about that, sweets? Enjoy this new success and offer that's coming to you. Awesome. All right. All right. I don't know. I think that's it. That's a wrap, as they say. It's a wrap. All right. Thank you again, sweets. I appreciate that so much. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. And let me know when you get those gluten-free cupcakes made. I'll come get one. Oh, yes, please come. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Please come back with the deets. I'd like that. I like it when people come back and report back later. Totally like that. Sorry, guys. I swallowed wrong. Okay. So, moderators, I think I am caught up so far. Is that true? Yeah, I don't have knowledge on all the angel numbers, so can't help with that one. Does anybody else want a reading tonight? Let me know. If not, I'm going to get on out of here. Or do you have a question that relates to metaphysics or esoterics in general? Spiritual things that I might can help with. No, Larry, nothing, absolutely nothing is set in stone because people have free will and we live in an energetic soup that's constantly changing. I didn't know Mishi Bear wanted one, but I certainly will. I think that's going to stick, Mishi Bear. I'm liking that, Mishi Bear. Oh, I really like that. Our Mishi Bear. Our sweet Mishi Bear. Gosh, I so wish you could join us in July. That's just going to be the bomb. And I'm not trying to make you feel bad about it. I'm just saying it would be so lovely to have you there. Oh, Crow, are you still here? I wanted to come back and tell you what we were talking about. I think you would definitely get eye rolls on that, Mish. They would probably say, oh, heck no, we're not calling you that. Yes, we are going to call him. I know, we're going to call him. Absolutely, we're going to call him. We might need to arrange that so we don't make a ruckus for him at work. We'll work on that before we get there. Now, Crow. Crow, are you still here? Crow, where are you, Crow? Oh, yeah, especially teen boys. They would have a field day with that, wouldn't they? We had the most fun exchange with my family today. It was such a blessing. We made some serious lemonade out of lemons today in our discussion. Oh, you would. I certainly you wouldn't dare, but you would, Mish. You would call his supervisor. Right, you leave for 5 seconds. Jay, I'm telling you. There's Crow. I did say I was talking about you. I did say that. And so what we were talking about was we'd love to have some more sort of inner circle good people that are tribe, family, like-minded, to be in sort of our inner circle. Because now I'm not pushing memberships. This is just a comment. Most of my moderators are members, and we were having this discussion, and I did a members only live chat this week, and that's where we were talking about this. So just to give you some background. But we were discussing how I'd really like to have a couple of more good moderators. And by good, it's not about just moderating. It's also the kind of energy you're bringing to the chat, and your perspective on things, and how you greet people, and, you know, being just a good person, and interacting with people in a positive way. And your name was mentioned. So I wanted to throw that out. If at some point you would like to be a moderator, it would be an honor to have you. So it's, you know, but I did tell them, I said, I know you're very, very busy, you know, building your homestead and taking care of your family and all that. So it might not work, but it'd be lovely to have you, Crow. So that's why your ears would have been burning. Oh, y'all talking about sigmas? Yes, you need to look that up, because I mean, we're definitely sigmas here. Jay will say, Mishi Bear and Mama D. I love that. Yes. Mishi Bear and Mama D. There we go. I love it. We got nicknames. What can we call Adia? What can we call her? And we are cute, aren't we? But we're also Cygnus, so don't underestimate us. And Cygnus Scorpios, ooh, don't turn your back. No, I'm just saying, you don't need, no, that's not what Sigmas are about. Oh, are you saying yes, Crow? Are you saying yes? Because I can put you on that stage, that new station platform right now. I can do it. Oh yeah, YouTube does have a lot of Sigma female videos. Some of them are a little hype. I get, yeah, really. I mean, I prefer the ones that are real people talking, that have some kind of real knowledge about psychology and whatever. And they're not those that are, you can tell it's an AI voice and some pretty scenery and pre-done pictures, and it's, you know, I mean, those people probably have really good intentions, and okay, and the information isn't necessarily bad. It's just I prefer to know that that person's a little more authentic than AI. Can I say it like that? I'm predicting the next movement here. Oh, Lioness Adia. You know, that might stick. That might definitely stick. Lioness Adia. Okay. Crow, no pressure, no pressure. It would be lovely if you decide to go there. That's fine. You just let me know, all right? Because I think you're, you know, you feel like one of us. So my prediction, let's see, this is not a psychic prediction in case you're wondering. This is just me rambling. Because we're certainly moving more into AI, visually, audibly, that's the word, right? Audibly. And in so many ways, information in general is kind of fastly moving that direction. And I predict that there will be a time, and probably it's still in my lifetime, where people say, whoa, hold up, hold up. They start realizing that yeah, it may be AI, but it also it's not authentic like a person. So I think that we might have a pendulum swing, the rush to AI, and the pendulum might swing back here too. Like, boy, wouldn't it be novel to have an actual person here speaking to us live? Just my thoughts, just sharing my random thoughts. It's already happening, yes. Yes, you don't like AI at all. It's not authentic. Yes, you said it. I think people will want real people. I do too. I really do. And I mean, God help us. It's such the trend. People can't even, especially the younger generation, a lot of them have no social graces because their only connection with the world is their phone in their face. They don't even know how to interact and have a regular conversation, and that's sad. Artists getting out of the money so much. It is starting to happen in a certain sense. Oh, artists are getting cut out of the money. Yes. Well, I experienced that. One of the reasons that I kind of when I was at the height of my art, because I'm an artist, for those of you who don't know, a professional artist. And I've done commissions, I've sold work in galleries, so I'm just speaking from that perspective. But I did it more for the love of it than to, I was fortunate enough that I had a husband who also provided, so let me say that. But there was a point where things were going well, and then suddenly you saw all this art coming in from China, basically. And artists here, there's no way we can compete with the pricing of that. It was mass produced. I'm not saying it was bad art, and it, for that matter, was a lot of it original art. So but because things are so much less expensive on there, and they would have like an assembly line. Let's say you're painting a landscape. They would have one person do the sky, another person do the grass, another person do the trees, another person do the little pond, another person paint the ducks, and there's like an assembly line is what I've been told. And so that person gets really, really good at painting ducks. So it's good art, but as an artist, I found it was very difficult to compete with that for pricing, because an artist, you've never been able to charge by the hour. You just don't. The most typical way artists charge is by the square inch on a painting. And that's how I charge. But anyway, all that is to say, Mish, to your comment, or Jay, whoever it was. Jay, wasn't it you that commented about artists? Yes, artists are getting cut out, yes. And the sad part about that is now it's happening on an entirely other level where AI is doing that. AI is cutting out graphic artists, is I think what you're referring to specifically, yes. So, yeah, it is. It's happening. That's very true. Well, I do, and I wonder, Mish, if there doesn't have to be a bit of a learning curve on that for some people. You're saying now you second guess real videos as AI, or the other way around. And I agree. I can almost tell, but even though they're real looking, it's more of a vibe I get from it, I think. And you probably can do that too. but it makes me more suspect. However, a lot of people just take it as real, which is kind of scary. So I kind of think what we'll do is go through, again, that pendulum swinging, everybody buying into whatever they're seeing, and then they'll find out later that wasn't true, it was AI, it was this or that, it was whatever. Hopefully, that pendulum will swing back at some point to some blend somewhere of, you know, authentic. Are y'all talking about my mic again? What did I miss? Is this mic doing it also? Is that what you're telling me? Is this mic also scratchy? Of course, Crow. Yes, absolutely. I know you've got a lot on your plate. That's why I said that. No pressure. I just wanted to let you know that's kind of how we felt about you here in the tribe, and whenever it feels right. But in the meantime, you just stop in and get a little fix with us. That's fine too. Well, I'm just reading your comment, Mish, about yes, your parents were buying original art and nothing manufactured. So one day, I think one day that original art will be more valuable because it's not mass produced. But time will tell, right? Time will tell. Oh, that, you know, that would catnip. Are you talking about it for Adia's nickname? Because she does have a lot of fellas. She is, that might stick. Oh, Crow, God, I'm so sorry to hear that about your dad. Oh, no. I'll say some prayers. I'm so sorry, Crow. Hear your... I'm hearing 3 weeks, Crow. So he might last a little bit longer, but I'm hearing 3 weeks. Yes, everybody, prayers for Crow and his family, please. Jay, you're saying you're a nerd, so you can tell the difference. Yes, that's right. That pendulum. Just reading your comment. Wouldn't that be nice if people started talking to each other again? I know. Well, I don't know why it's doing that. I have done nothing different unless it's, like you say, just wearing out. Let me see if it's got a good charge here on the case, but I guess things don't last forever. Things do not last forever. Or is it this connection that's on the other end? Hang on, y'all. I'm sorry. I know it's going to make you drunk. I don't know if it's the one I plug into the phone. Okay, I'm going to try something. Y'all bear with me. It's going to shake the phone, so look away for a second. All right, now get back and then tell me if that's any better on the sound at all. Okay, can anybody, I need to talk, but you won't know, right? Hello. Can anybody tell me, is that any better, or do you need to wax philosophical some more before you can tell if the mic is any better? You're saying, yes, it is better, but, well, yeah, but I could hear it. I know I could hear it when I play those videos back. So that could be an indicator it's getting ready to die. I don't want to wait till then, but I mean, I still have my wired mic, but I like the wireless, so. Yeah, didn't make a big difference. It's not better. Yeah, okay. How would you deal with that on your end? Well, anyway, I don't know. We're just kind of chatting here, aren't we? Okay, nobody has a question about anything else? I guess I will say good night then. If nobody else wants a reading or nobody else has a question about anything, generally speaking, about metaphysics or esoterics or spiritual stuff that I can help with. If not, I will head out. It's not as loud. Well, I just switched the angle, I unplugged the receiver and then turned it around and plugged it back in, wondering if it was the connection inside my phone, because I'm using my phone to do these. If it might not be the mic at all, it might be the port inside, the lightning port. Oh, thank you, Jay. Did not know that. Aw. Aw. Gladly, sir. Oh, I need to go to my community page, Crow? Okay, I will do that. Hope you hadn't been spreading rumors about me over there. They better be good. Juicy rumors about Mama D, huh? Phones, Bluetooth plus an adapter is not great. Well, I know, but you know what? I am fighting it. I'm not going to get one of those big honking microphones that sits in my face and it looks all cool on the screen, because I don't know why people do that. I don't like it. And you see how much I talk with my hands. Do you know how long that would last? About a minute, maybe. So I can't have one of those big mics. That's not happening. I'm just saying it. Not happening. And also, I can't use my wired mic unless I find a different kind. This one charges the phone through the receiver, and so otherwise my phone's gonna go dead. So I have to have something that charges the phone. I don't know. If you've got a suggestion, I'm open for you young techies out there that know this stuff. Okay, Crow. Well, I can't wait. I'm gonna go check it out. Thank you. Thank you. I will comment. I will respond. I always try to do that. Well, I know, really, 9 months is kind of, planned obsolescence, right? But technology, 9 months, okay. Request and some words, and some words from a bird. All right, I'm intrigued now. It's my calling mission. I can't wait. Got me on the edge of my seat now. All right. I'll do that as soon as they get off here tonight. Well, cool. All right. Let me do Jacob's reading here. What deck for Jacob? Oh, you get the good one. They're all good, but this is one of my favorites. All right. It's your calling, Missy Fair. You think it might be time to close? Yeah, I agree. Why don't you be my last one then? You'll be my last one. That works for me too. We'll close it out with a reading for Jay. All right. Yes, I love that. Current reading on our beloved Ma Jay. Amen, amen. I know, you do wait. You absolutely, patiently, ever so patiently. Not to mention you give your time here. Unconditionally. All right, Crow, wishing you many blessings. Again, I'll say a prayer for your family and your dad. All right. Or until we meet in Valhalla. A very good evening to you. All right, let's see what's going on for Jay. Jay, you said general. Is there anything you want me to hone in on? Okay, guys, hang on one more time over here. All right. That came out quick. Well, this certainly speaks to your day. Juggling a lot, overwhelmed. Having to put things off. Whoa, all right. One of the things I love about this deck is it talks pretty quickly. Difficult conversations. What's this? What's this? Oh. All right, Jay. You're not listening to your intuition about her. Now, you decide who her is. I have an idea. But there is a Queen of Swords here. Sorry, I forget. Can't see all this. So we have the Two of Pentacles that talks about, it literally means juggling, as you know, but it also can be overwhelmed, but it can literally be juggling. And since I know the story, I had to say that. So there could be a difficult conversation. This can even be like an argument or some kind of a bad news discussion about that. And things are coming to light, or this can be saying you're not listening to your intuition again. And now this can be saying about this queen, or it could be saying maybe because you're not listening to your intuition because she's someone who's very clear thinking. She knows what she needs to cut out of her life and does it, doesn't think twice about it. Trying to think of what else she might be saying tonight. Obviously bright and intelligent, because right here, what am I missing? I kind of felt that energy. Well, I've got the Justice card, and I'm just feeling the energy. You know, this talks about literally feeling like things are just, or being treated fairly, or the scales being balanced, all that good stuff. But then we have this conflict. I know this is not about that person. It's about you, but this other queen, oh, Lord have mercy, Jay. What are you doing? I've got 3 queens here. Oh, I'm not even. I'm not even with you. Hold on. Let me get more cards out here. Okay, so this is talking about the difficult conversation you may need to have tomorrow, okay? All right. What else can you tell me? Tell me more about this conversation and this queen here. Thank you. Justice card came out again. Okay. I really think this is you, Jay. Jacob. I keep going Jacob. I think you're saying, because she speaks clearly and she tells the truth. And you're seeing the truth more clearly now. You're coming out of this analysis paralysis about the situation. You're seeing the truth. And I think you know what you need to do. You know what's fair to everybody here in this situation. And you know what makes you happy. And you also, I mean, this sheds light. It illuminates for you and for her probably here. Yeah. And I think what you're saying is, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't know. I can't read your mind exactly. But I think what you're, and hadn't read your comments, so I don't know yet, but I feel like this conversation is going to be that you don't want to compete. You don't compete. That's the word. You don't want to compete here. You don't want to have any more of this bickering about the situation. I feel like you're saying you've lost enough sleep. You're worried about this enough. And maybe you're just chalking this up to a missed opportunity at this point. Or maybe she's realizing it's a missed opportunity. This too. Oh, God, really? Look at this. Look at this. Wow. Oh, my Lord. All right. I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about. All right. Because, again, I think maybe you're deciding or realizing that this person is not your perfect mate, not your soulmate or your twin flame. And, you know, again, disharmony in the home. In other words, this is just maybe, it's realizing maybe this person is not, this missed opportunity. Maybe you thought this was your person at one time, and now I think you're realizing maybe not, because there are more fish in the sea. Now, Jay, I want you to fess up here. Are you talking to multiple people here? I have a Queen of Swords, which could be you. Thought I had, well, I'm just counting queens and kings here. I have a Queen of Pentacles, a Queen of Wands. I'm just saying. Somebody here, though, has lost passion for this collaboration. I feel like you're saying you've lost passion for the collaboration with her. And I think you're coming into a little bit more of your King of Wands energy here. Or about to. If this isn't happening already, it's about to. Because what you can't see is you're getting over this heartache. You're done playing mind games. Yep. Even though this is going to be an ending you may have trouble getting over, you're realizing you've got options now. Yep. I think you're realizing this was toxic. All right, let me see what your comments are over here. Let me go catch up here. 1 second. Y'all are typing so fast I can't keep up. All right, let me see here. Well, yes, 3. I didn't make that up. That's very unusual. I don't usually get, when there's that many people, I mean, I got 3 queens and a king. That's a lot of people going on, because the queens and kings are people in my readings. You're saying that's exactly it? Thank you, Mish, for answering that question for me. Okay, you're saying that's exactly what you're feeling. I'm mostly done waiting. Yeah, I kind of feel that too. What was going on between us? I couldn't move forward without knowing. And yeah, it was almost, of course it was difficult. Yes. Yes, I know it was difficult. You're saying I'm right about all of this. That's what I'm realizing and experiencing. And I know it hurts, sweetie. I do. I know it hurts. But you know what? Honestly, what I feel out of this, honestly, I think, let me show it to you. Where is it? Yeah. This is on the other side. You're not in this. You've seen the worst of this hurt. You're healing now. Yep. Yep, you're healing now. You're on the, yeah. It's not going to get worse. It's up from here, so to speak, where that's concerned. Well, hey, this can be predictive. Maybe not, but you might have, and you may have people interested in you that you don't even know about yet, Jay. I'm just saying. There's 3 women here. Now, again, the way this energy reads, this could be you, but still, even if that's true, then there are 2 women and a king. I think this is future. I do. That part, not the first part here, but the other, the other 2, and they were both in the upright. Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles were in the upright. Yes. A breakup. It came out sideways, so it hasn't technically happened, but it's about to. It's in the process. Yeah, it's in the process, and you're not quite done healing from it, but you understand that you need to not put any more effort there, and you know, let go of any curiosity about what's going on and who's being the player and who's doing all that. Yeah. You need to let this cycle end and walk away. Don't be tempted to spy. And now, oh, look who's here. Look who's here. The 4th queen. Queen of Cups. I swear to goodness. Yeah. Don't be tempted to reconcile, Jay. I know that's hard to hear, but I think you know that. And I think you know that because you're recognizing that when you're with that person, and we both know who this is, that person, you feel a bit out of control. And I think you're tired of that. I think you're feeling tired of being manipulated and feeling out of control. Because I think she does that with you. So you're making plans. Making plans. I mean, this is so literal. You're making plans to end that. Yeah. And you're working on, very slowly working on some other kind of, I'm going to say offer, but it's not really. It's about moving forward. Yep. And I'm sorry, but that is going to create a tower moment for somebody, but that's what it is. It is what it is. Well, that could be, yes, a positive role model. Yes, that could be. Oh goodness, y'all. I'm just keeping up with conversation here. I agree with Mish. If you don't think this is somebody you want to have children with at your age, you're what, 27? Then definitely not your quote person for the long term. Yeah. She was never planning and curious about the fact I needed to communicate, but she never has. It's my fault. It didn't ask explicit, but don't pressure not. Yeah. And you know oh, you're 25. I thought you're 27. Well, I knew she had a child, but yeah. Oops. Thought I dropped them all. Well, right. Wouldn't that be nice for us all to have that? Because I didn't have that either. And well, I had it for a minute and then I didn't. But anyway, yes. I think, Mish, you might want to go ahead and do that. I was reading. Larry's not playing nice here. I'm not sure I'm understanding any of what he's saying. So, okay, anyway. Let me see if there's anything else. So, I think that's just Spirit saying to you, you're on the right track. You know what you have to do. Or what's best for you. Doesn't make it easy, but what's best for you. Now, I just wanted to ask if Spirit had any more advice for you besides that. Thank you, Mish. Appreciate that. Okay. Any other advice for Jacob here tonight? Well, and I was trying to remember, that's the curious, funny, weird face I made. I was trying to remember, I did have somebody make some very weird comments on a couple of videos, and I think that might have been him. And I left it because you could tell he wasn't talking about me, he was talking about the person I had read in the video. But it just seemed questionable at best. So, and I think that might be who that was. Well, because you're a very old soul, Jay. You're not just a typical 25-year-old. I think you're more mature than she is, even though she's got a kid and older than you, to be honest. Yep, agree, Mish. I think that is what's happening there. Yep, I mean, that's very much what that comment on the video was about. I mean, he actually used, I almost deleted it because I don't like curse words, and he used a 4-letter word on there that I didn't appreciate. So, and I may even go back and do that, but yeah, I didn't appreciate that. Even though he wasn't talking about me, it rubs me wrong. So, Jay, this is talking about don't stay stuck in the grief. Of course, that's easier said than done, so please don't shoot me. Just giving the message. This is about remorse and regret, so don't get stuck in thinking woulda, coulda, shoulda about this relationship. It serves no purpose. It's just going to throw you out of balance. Honestly, it is going to throw you out of balance. It might even cause you to withdraw a little bit and be emotionally unavailable for future. I mean, it's okay to do it. When I say it's okay, I mean, it's natural. It's normal that you'd want to pull back and kind of protect your feelings for a little while. But this is Spirit saying, but don't stay there. Don't stay there. Yes, amen to y'all being excellent collaborators all the way around and taking care of that. Yes, yes. Thank y'all. Yeah, Jay, this just feels like, again, Spirit is saying, please don't stay stuck in this woulda, coulda, shoulda. Woulda, coulda, should have energy about what didn't work out and about the arguments, or maybe this is going to happen tomorrow. Don't get stuck in that. You made a decision, and here's this Knight of Pentacles again. You made a decision to withdraw your pentacle or to keep your pentacle and not make an offer and stand still for a bit with who you are and what you have to offer, to hold that. And that's going to create this Tower moment, and because you want somebody that's going to be balanced. You want somebody that's going to be balanced. Yeah. No more of this. You want somebody that you can picture going the long term with. Yep. Yep. All right. Team Darlene. Team Mama D. I like it. Yes, y'all feel like, I mean, this literally feels like a team. Yes, we are all here. Teamwork. Well, I know. I didn't say it was going to be easy, Jay. I mean, I'm not making light of this. I'm not saying it's easy. You've been telling yourself to move on, even though it was kind of dumb to involve myself so deeply. I don't know that we have so much of a choice about that. The heart wants what it wants, right? I mean, the heart just wants what it wants. And sometimes, you know, we tell ourselves, oh, this is just going to be fun, or this is just going to be this, or it's going to be that, and before you know it, it's something totally different. So don't punish yourself for that. You just need to be gentle with yourself and give yourself a little time to grieve. Just Spirit saying, just don't stay there. I'm with Mish on that. You do deserve the very best. You deserve somebody who can be there for you and with you and not juggle you and not have you questioning, you know, your place in the relationship with them. Gosh, Michael, thank you. That is such a sweet compliment. Thank you. Really, that is very appreciated. Thank you. Yeah, that's kind of how it's... Jay is saying, yes, unfortunately, when I first saw her, it happened. Well, I know. That's the way Spirit gets us into those learning lessons. if we could see ahead and we could take our 6 months to, get into that, we'd probably see it coming, but we don't. Hence the lesson part of learning in relationships, because as y'all hear me say a million times, the relationships are there to show us where we're wounded and what we need to heal, right? So I hope you're asking yourself that question, Jay. Where is it? Back to that abandonment issue, and because I feel like that's a big part of this for you, that you are lovable, you're worthy of having a partner that won't abandon you. You deserve to be respected. You deserve to have someone who will give to you equally and support you and be your ride or die. You deserve those things. So that's the homework, is for you to start affirming those things and imagining what it would be like and changing, that story so that you can manifest that into your life. Yes, the heart does want what the heart wants, indeed. Oh, Michael, so you tolerate me just for that. God bless you. You're not into tarot, and yet you're here. God bless you. That's so sweet of you to say that. Well, maybe you'll learn to love tarot along the way, right? I think that, Mish, you always so spot on with your words. It does seem like that's sort of a theme tonight, isn't it? And that, hey Jay, you're saying your friends ask why you don't date, and that's why, but you learn so much. Well, that's why Spirit gave you that warning, because they know your pattern is to do that. I'm never going to love again. I'm not saying you say that. That's human nature. Is we say this to ourselves. I'm never going to get involved again. I'm never going to open my heart again. I'm never going to love again. It hurts too much. Until we do it the next time, So Spirit's saying don't do that. Don't close your heart up. Y'all are so sweet. Michael, I hope you have a fabulous evening too, and a wonderful weekend. I might, by the way, moderators, I'm planning to come back tomorrow. Don't know what your availabilities are, but I want to tell myself I'd like to come and do a morning something just to get a different crowd of people and give an opportunity for a different crowd. And at the same time, I don't have many mornings when I can just sleep in and be lazy and have a second cup of coffee. So I don't know if that will happen or not, to be honest. That's the truth of it. I hope you are, Mish. I hope you are soaking it up, because you deserve it. Jay, I remember that when you first got here, I remember what you said about you've I can't quote it directly, but the sense of it to me was you don't even feel seen and heard by women. And I want you to put that into your new story. I am seen, I'm heard, I'm valued by women. Women see my worth. Yes, I want you to change that up, please. That's part of your new homework too. I'm glad you're switching it up. Good, Jay. Leave it open, yes. And that doesn't mean you have to be out there on the sidewalks, but just keep your heart open. That's all. Just keep it open. You never know. Okay, Jay's saying you would try to be here. All right, sweetie. Thank you so much. Maybe. Tomorrow, yes. Morning, Also, my daughter-in-law said she'd really like to get together with me before she goes out of town, and she had mentioned tomorrow, but She was supposed to send me a time, like, do you want to do lunch or dinner? And I hadn't heard from her, so I was kind of hoping before I committed to y'all, I would make a plan with her. That's the real big other reason why I'm not promising when I'll be here. God, I love that. Now, you starting to talk like a Southerner. You do you, hon. Are you sure you're not from here? I love that. Yes, I'm with Mish. Don't you dare settle. You're too good. Oh, that's a good question. What movie can he watch? Oh, man. Yes, they do. Yes, you need to change that. And I don't mean to say, I hate to tell people they need to do something, but I feel strongly that's part of what's in your energy, and I don't like it for you. I want you to manifest something different. And I will tell you a little inside information. Not because I saw all those queens in that reading for you, but I feel like there are ladies that are on your periphery, Jay, but they've been blocked by this situation that you're in, and so you have to get that out to make room for these people to come in. So I think you're going to be surprised pleasantly. Well, I know. Of course it feels vulnerable. Yes, absolutely feels vulnerable. I don't know. For a guy, a movie for a guy, I'm just not. I mean, I kind of there was a romantic, rom-com as they call it, romantic comedy with, but I can't remember who was in it, so I couldn't even look it up, where they were friends, but the guy really secretly had feelings for her all along. And then they had to, I don't remember, I can't remember it now. Anyway, in other words, he didn't have the confidence to really pursue this woman that he genuinely cared about. And anyway, I don't think that's the best one for him. But hopefully Michelle will come up. She usually saves the day here. Well, sugar, I think you're right about that. Jay. He's doing his very best Southern impression. Oh, hon, I need a lot of things. And yes, the past life was definitely Southern. How y'all like that for Southern? Oh, goodness. Yeah, Michelle, those kiddos, they don't go away, do they? Oh, maybe, I wonder if that's the one I'm thinking about, Rachel McAdams. It kind of sounds like she, now that you say that, maybe that's the one I'm thinking about. Oh, you do? Okay. So there you go. There you go. I knew she'd come through. Oh, I might like to watch that movie. That sounds cool. Wait, let me see. What is it called again? It's About Time. Okay. Let's put that on mine. Free duty. I don't know if you mean this accent or the one I was just embellishing. We were joking about Southern accents. But yes, I am truly Southern. Through and through. Melanie's back. She's got an hour and 42 minutes left. Well, I think I'm about to get out of here, honestly, Melanie. We've just been chatting, I'm done with readings. We've just been chatting. My mods and I, we have a good rapport, and we're just playing here. Well, what was the second movie? What did I miss? Oh, you have 3 and they're, oh, Lordy, 3 and a handful. Mish has got 4 boys. Mish, my moderator here, she's got 4 boys. I mean, I'm just saying, I have so much respect. Well, you're a mama's boy, but you know what? You're a good mama's boy. You're not one of those whiny ones, you know what I mean. I know it's confusing. We got 2 Mishas in here now. Oh, Free Diddy, you're so sweet. Thank you for your subscription. Well, I'll be back tomorrow if you want to watch me tomorrow. I'm planning to be here tomorrow. I don't know what time, but you can watch me then. I know. I like that handle too. Oh, goodness, notebook. Yeah, get your hankies out with that one. That that was a good one. Yes, notebook was a good one. Almost, I know. Be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you manifest. You're going to get all those queens. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I said when I found that out. Bless your heart, man. 4 boys. I only raised 2 and didn't think I was going to make it. Hey, but Michelle, she was military, so I think she's got this. In fact, I know she's got this. Well, don't leave the live stream. Although I'm about to leave. I can't sit here and visit with you guys all night. I love to, but what time is it? It's almost 10 o'clock, past my bedtime. That's right. Thank you, Jay. That's right. I have plenty of other videos here for you. So, Free Diddy, you can go watch. I don't even know how many I have now. I've lost count. That's a good question. Probably over 400 anyway. Free Diddy, I am not married, divorced, and I have 2 grown sons and 3 grandchildren. And 3, jeez. Yeah, Mish, me too. I'm checking out of here. So anyway. Funny. Mish is saying my live videos can be ASMR to fall asleep too. Y'all are funny. All right, guys. Grandchildren, I do. Oh my God, you're so sweet. Oh no, sir. I am way older. I am 74 years old, but I'm still feisty, so that's that. Okay. All right, guys. I am going to say goodnight. See you tomorrow, Lord willing, the creeks don't rise. All right, guys. Well, I typically do date younger men. I'll just say that out loud, and I don't have the least bit of shame for that. Mr. Free Diddy, but you're going to have to change that handle now. That Diddy's not resonating so good. You know what I'm saying. Oh, y'all are so funny. Oh gosh, Melanie. Well, that's so sweet of you to say that. I'm glad. Hey, listen, Melanie, if you want to lower your heart rate, I have 3, a part 1, 2, and 3. So 3-part video series on meditation. I give you the breathing technique, then I give you the actual how to meditate, and then the last one is a guided meditation. So avail yourself of that if you'd like. Because that really does, I've been meditating for 37 or 8 years, and I've been teaching it for about 30, so it's a fabulous life tool to put in your toolbox. Yep, Alabama. No banjo over here, though. And that's right, Mish. Mish is my, I don't know what to call you, Mish. My agent. I should call you my agent. Business and personal agent. All right. Yeah, you have to go through my agent over here. She takes applications, and you need to accompany your application with your photos and your, sorry, I'm trying to multitask here, and your clearance from the CIA and all that good stuff. I hope so, Michelle. I hope you'll come back. We're just hanging out here. I hope you'll come back. I'll be back, like I said, probably tomorrow for sure. I'm hoping, probably, and I can't say those two in the same sentence. Not for sure, not probably. I'm planning to. How about that? Good night, Melanie. Safe driving. Enjoy your time when you get there. Yes, lots of references. I'm with Mish. You got to change that handle a little bit, though. I mean, it's catchy, but we got it. Yeah, has bad mojo now. Well, it's a plus you have a good sense of humor, Diddy. I'm just saying, will you take bribes, Mish? Y'all are funny. Yep, Mish is officially now my agent. I've promoted you from marketing to being my agent. I don't need a bodyguard. I can handle that part. Oh, y'all are a trip. Jay's offering that he might be able to assist in this application process. I think he might have his hand out, I think. Oh, y'all are too funny. Hello, AS. How are you tonight? Oh, honestly, I can hardly stand to be on Facebook anymore. Let's talk something bigger than Facebook. I don't know what. Good night, everybody. Mish, thank you so much, sweetheart, for being here. You always, you know how I feel about you. You're my ride or die. Love you, Mish. Can't wait to spend some FaceTime. I'll bring some wine. That's all right. I'll bring some down. Tell me what your favorite is. Yeah, none of this AI picture stuff. None of that. No. We want facial recognition here. I mean, oh, I'm gonna remember you, Free Diddy. This has been fun. Thank you for making me smile tonight. I appreciate you. Yes. Good night, Mishy Bear. Oh, y'all are getting, I started to say hooking up on Instagram. I won't say hooking up. I know you can't say that anymore. Y'all are communicating on Instagram. Yep, we're closing up shop here, guys. Oh, my God. Oh, did you not just say that? Well, yes, my most recent relationship is with a man from Honduras. Who doesn't speak English, and I don't speak Spanish, so we seem to make it work for 4 years. I think I can say I'm an equal opportunity employer. That is way TMI. I got to get off here. I'm getting punchy. I got to get off. I'm giving too much information here. I got to get out of here. Thanks for the laughs, you guys. Thanks for the good time. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Good night, good night. Loves and hugs. And you're so right about that, Diddy. You're so right. 80% of communication has nothing to do with language. Only 20%. The rest of it is facial I forget that word. I'm too tired to say it. Body language, voice, whatever, all of that. Yep, only 20% is actual language. So, yeah. All right. Love y'all. Good night. Sending big hugs to everybody. Mwah. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Okay. Sweet dreams.